vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council last year. Under phase one of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid.
Usually it's 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them. I like everyone else.
We've delivered record. And you want to thank the United States. I want to thank some of the countries. Last October, we released a plan for a permanent end to the conflict in Gaza, and aid also in the form of vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. And secured the release one of this plan, we have secured the release of all maintained that Gaza hostages, and we're going to have it. Thanks Steve Whitcomb, Jared, and everybody for doing this. We maintained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. And we got hundreds of people starving. But the last one asked that, boy, that's going to be a tough one. We have said that a year before. We delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but humanitarian. I want to thank the United States, but we have also some of the countries that 28 up here that were dead as they've sent it. Just as though they were living. Aid also in the form of money. In some cases you almost see more. You don't hear those amazing stories anymore of people starving, but they're boys. Secured the release of all killed. Secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Whitcomb and Jared and everybody for doing work so hard. 20, it couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of one. Hundreds out, but the last 20 is going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. It was a tough one. A rough job. It was a rough job. Every one of them. And I've been very clear that we had also about 28 turned that last year were dead to cease. Like the parents wanted them just as much. And then some cases they almost see more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great job. That's where the Board of Peace had started. And it may be that things go, that once we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done. It's going to be the exception of one great thing to watch. And we're close to other things we can do. Numerous other things once this board is completely formed. I've been very clear that Hamas, I've always said that the United Nations must return that tremendous potential to cease use it very well. There will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. We get on to other things. And you have some great people committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, on the wars of Israel. Never spoke to the United Nations. That's where the Board of Peace really started. And I think it's spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. We're going to be very successful in decades of centuries and generations of hatred and tremendous potential with the United Nations. I think the combination of the Board of Peace as we support everything we have here, we can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations can be a junction with the United Nations. Very unique for the world. I've always said for the world, the United Nations has got tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps towards this tremendous potential in the United Nations. Much safer future for the world are unfolding right before your very eyes. So far, together we are amazing forces that I never have an incredible chance. I don't even call it a chance. And you use that genius you would think that to end decades of suffering, you would stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and encourage a beautiful, everlasting, glorious peace. But they didn't try that region, and for the whole region, tremendous potential with the United Nations. I think the combination of the world, the kind of people we have here, coupled with the United Nations, would that be a great legacy for very unique for the world. This is a star. As everyone can see, the first steps toward the great day for the biggest people, the most safer future for the world are unfolding right before your eyes. And when you use that you have a position to have an incredible chance, I don't even call it genius. When you use that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and towards a beautiful star, thank you very much to be with you. And for the whole region, it's very important to stay commercial work with the region. Yesterday was a tremendous success. A lot of good things happened. The legacy this was something that I really wanted to be here. Is a star. I could think of no better place because so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the board of peace into full force, I ask Sheikh, the most important people in the world, most powerful people and Foreign Minister Barita, when you use that genius Morocco that you to join me in signing and ratifying the board of inspired genius charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. The opposite of peace has no chance. I just want to say it's tremendous to be with you, and I think this is something that we're doing that's very important. This is the most important. We're so looking forward to being here, and yesterday was a tremendous success. A lot of good things happened, but this was something that I really wanted to be here and do, and I could think of no better place because so many people were together. And now to bring the board of peace into full force, I ask Sheikh Isa of Bahrain and Foreign Minister Barita of Morocco to join me in signing and ratifying the board of peace charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, President Trump. The charter is now in full force, and the Board of Peace is now an official international organization. We will now continue the signing ceremonies, beginning with the President of Argentina and the Prime Minister of Armenia. Next up, the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Prime Minister of the Republic of Bulgaria. Congratulations, President Trump. The charter is now in full force, and the Board of Peace is now an official international organization. We will now continue the signing ceremonies, beginning with the President of Argentina and the Prime Minister of the Prime Minister of the Republic of Bulgaria. Next, the Prime Minister of Hungary and the President of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you. Next up, the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Prime Minister of the Republic of Bulgaria. Next, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Jordan and the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Thank you. Next, the Prime Minister of Hungary and the President of the Republic of Indonesia. Next, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Jordan and the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Next, the President of the Republic of Kosovo and the Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Next, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Jordan and the President of the Republic of Kosovo and the Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. That's it. Thank you. Next, the President of the Republic of Paraguay and the Prime Minister of the State of Qatar. Republic of Kosovo and the Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. That's it. Yes. Thank you. Next, the President of the Republic of Paraguay and the Prime Minister of the State of Qatar. Next, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey. That's it. Thank you. Next, the President of the Republic of Paraguay and the Prime Minister of the State of Qatar. Next, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey. Next, the Chairman of the Executive Authority Affairs of the UAE and the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan. Next, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of... And last but not least, the Prime Minister of Mongolia. Next, the Chairman of the Executive Authority Affairs of the UAE and the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan. And last but not least, the Prime Minister of Mongolia. Congratulations, everyone. This concludes the signing ceremony. If President Trump and all of the Board of Peace members could please join the President around the table. The President is now going to sign the inaugural resolution that will resolve the Board of Peace's Gaza mandate per the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2803. Congratulations, everyone. This concludes the signing ceremony. And last but not least, Trump and Prime Minister of Peace members could please join the President around the table. The President is now going to sign the inaugural resolution that will resolve the Board of Peace's Gaza mandate per the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2803. President Trump and all Board of Peace members could please take their seats in the front. Now it is my honor to introduce the United States Secretary of State. Congratulations, everyone. This concludes the signing ceremony. If President Trump and all of the Board of Peace members could please join the President around the table. The President is now going to sign the inaugural resolution that will resolve the Board of Peace's Gaza mandate per the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2803.
By what others say is possible, or what others say is impossible. He's not limited by some of the things that have happened in the past, and he's willing to talk to or engage with
Now
anyone.
it is my honor to introduce the United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who will speak about President Trump and his accomplishments. Without further ado, Secretary
We
Rubio.
are here today because of President Trump's vision. If we go back just a few months ago, people thought what was happening.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today. It's an honor to serve as the Secretary of State during a historic presidency.
All these hostages were
And it's a historic presidency because the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, is someone who is not limited
President
by
Trump and
what
all
others
Board
say
of
is
Peace members
possible
could please
or what
take
others
their
say is
seats.
impossible.
Many of these
He's not limited by some of the things that have happened in the past, and he's willing to talk to or engage with anyone in the interest of peace.
President Trump had
Putting the American people and our national security first, but understanding that in the world
Now
we
it
share
is
with
my
so many
honor to
others,
introduce
peace
the
is
United
paramount.
States Secretary of
We are
State
here
Marco
today
Rubio,
as the
who will
President
speak
of
about
Israel.
President Trump
If we go
and his
back just a few
accomplishments.
months ago,
Without further ado,
people thought what was
Secretary
happening in
Rubio.
Gaza was impossible to solve. 28 hostages, all were dead, others that were still living. All these hostages were
Thank you.
It's an honor that we have a resolution to serve as the Secretary of State during a historic presidency. Frankly, many thought it was a historic presidency because the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, that is someone who is not limited by what others say is years or what others say is impossible. He's not limited by some of the courage to dream he's willing to talk to or engage with anyone in the interest of peace, to pursue it, with always putting the American people and our national security first, but understanding that in the world we have peace is paramount. And we are here today because of President Jared Kushner and Steve Wynn. We go back to people thought that Gaza was impossible today, and now we have the 28 hostages. I believe others are still living. Obviously, with the focus first and foremost on making sure that this peace deal in Gaza is and I know this president has it as his highest priority. And so we will give everything he has to make sure that this is successful. I also want to acknowledge the leaders who are here today. This is not just a board of leaders, this is the entire vision and the courage that Trump has dreaming of action, to believe that a lot of times people like to get and to pursue it with all at these forums. And they're not useless, and they're not in that capacity assisted by utility in many cases. But oftentimes in India and Steve themselves in America, where people are reading their scriptural statements, these strongly worded letters and all of our partners here today. And now we have the leaders that are about action, who I believe the President of the United States is obviously with the focus of getting things done. Foremost on today's beginning peace deal of a new era of endurance that we think is so new. This President has the highest award what is possible, and will give it everything he has to make sure this right now on making sure that the plan that's running extraordinary is this vision for the future of Gaza. This vision for the future of eternity in action is not just a lot of times people like to give speeches. I believe it is our destiny. The effort that it requires not knowing they have utility in many cases. But I also think it serves as an example of what's possible in other presidents where people are reading these scriptural statements, these strong words, this is what's possible for other places and other conflicts. This is a group of leaders that are actions. The President want to, on behalf of the United States, on behalf of the team that works so hard, thank every single one of the leaders that are here today and that we think is so important to join. And many others will want to join. You know, others, and clearly the focus is right today making sure procedure and telling them their own entities, this vision for the future of our limitations.
Thank you, Secretary Rubio. Please, if you can now turn your attention to the screen for a video message from the head of the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza, Dr. Ali
But I also think it will serve as an example of another who come together and time without joined other places in our so thank you all for joining today. Committed to join, and many others are going to join today.
Thank you, Secretary Rubio. Please, if you can now turn your attention to the screen for a video message from the head of the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza.
You see what today. join the
Chief Commissioner,
possible
the whole National Committee for the Administration of the highest responsibility
So thank you all.
turn this moment into action to restore order of the Middle institution and to create a future compatible
Thank you,
Gaza.
Secretary Moore. Please, if you can now turn your attention to the screens for a video message from the head of the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza, Dr. Ali
I am
Shaikhna.
pleased to announce that institution that has to create a future of difficult decisions and find the happiness of this is under the benchmarks in one election. Now, one law I would like to address as you know discussed. I have been using it is a line and symbol of fragility من أرض الكبائر لقد وفزتم على قبل الجميع ولكن خلال سنوات لم تواجهوا صدرت أعصار وأعمال الدستوري والتزام بالسلام المجتمع هو الأساس الذي سنبني عليه سويا مستقبلا. إن هذه اللحظة وبالانضباط والعزيمة سنبني غزة قدما قادرة على تمكن مساحة المشرق ونرسم مكانا ينشأ فيها أبناؤنا بلا خوف وقلق ويكافئ البداية تفتح المدارس وتستعيد الحياة اليومية باستقرار وأمنها. إن المرحلة المقبلة تتطلب تضافر الجهود من قبل الجميع والاستعداد لن تواجهوها وحدكم as we take responsibility وأعمالكم لا أثرها والالتزامكم بالسلام وإعادة بناء مجتمعاتكم ستحدد ملامح طاقة الجديد.
I now would like to welcome to the podium U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
قادرة على الاعتماد على ذاتها ونرسم مكانها كمركز للحرية والفرص والسلام. Today I ask the international community not only to support this effort, but to work
Thank you everyone, and welcome here. This is really my honor to be up here speaking. I remember when the president asked Jared and I, and of course our great Secretary of State, to work on something that the world thought was impossible and unattainable.
I now would like to welcome to the podium U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
On his behalf, said we had to try. And of course we were inspired by that.
Here with us tonight, who have done so
We have
much, done
achieved a
inexpensible
peace
work to
deal
bring
in
this deal
Gaza
together.
We have brought the hostages home, all of the bodies except for one, and we will bring that body home too. Thank you, everyone, and maybe most importantly, this is we have created a sense of hope for what the future can bring. General Gaza and all other places, Jared, of course, our great Secretary of State, and I am so honored that the world thought it was to have worked on this on your behalf and unattainable. I'd like to thank on this peace deal for Gaza some people, as on all other deals we work with us tonight on his behalf, who have done so much. We had to try, done indispensable, and of course we will bring this deal together. Sheikh Mohammed, my good friend, we have achieved a peace deal in Gaza. We have brought the hostages home, Hakan, all of the bodies except for one, and we will bring that body home too. And the vision that the President has set out for us. We have created a sense of hope. I'd also like to thank future in Gaza, Tony Blair, the Prime Minister Netanyahu will operate. Josh former special envoy, so on, and Michael Eisenberg for all that they did. Work on this on your behalf. I would also like to thank our core members of the Board of Peace. Some people who work here, non-stop, who are here with us tonight. There's so much incredible, indispensable work around the clock for months on end, sacrificing time my good friends, families, and their own personal lives because they believe in the mission and the vision that the President has set out for us. And I'd also like to thank those people, include Tony Blair, and Foreign Minister George and of course President C.A. Lightstone, and Prime Minister Netanyahu, Admiral Cooper, former Special Envoy, probably Michael Eisenberg for all that they did along the way. I would also like to thank, most importantly, I want to thank our members of the Board of Peace, incredible team, who have been working. It's amazing to work for this administration. On behalf of this incredible that we get on behalf of the President, around the clock for months on end, sacrificing time. So I'd like to thank the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, because they believe in the mission and the vision that the President has set out for us. Of course, the Secretary of State, also like to thank hand in glove, will include a special thanks to our Chief of Staff, who is always available to us for consultation, for steering, and all else that she does. Thank you. I probably have forgotten some along the way. Thank you, Steve. Most importantly, I want to thank a great honor for me. We have an incredible team. Been working with Steve. It's amazing to work for this administration. It's brilliant to see the results that we get on behalf of the last 50 years because even so much. Very difficult. I'd like to thank the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, for all his help and guidance. I'm going to go down to Treasury Secretary, of course, the Secretary of State, who we worked hand in hand with 2 days ago that we got the final deal done, to our Chief of Staff, and joyous about it. He was always available to us for conversation, for steering, and saying for all else that she does. How do you implement peace? And as you guys know, peace is a different deal than a business deal because you're changing a mindset. And you, Steve, in 2 years of day, one of the great honors for me, people that there was more than just 2 years of war, 20 years of business, as brilliant as he is, as hard for the people in the Middle East, are more fun to be by this, and even some of these really difficult moments where we didn't think things would happen. What do we do next? How do we change the habits? How do we change the behaviors? Go down to really a couple quick slides to show you the progress that's been made in the last couple of months. The White House team and the team 3 days here, we got the final deal done. It's really been an incredible effort, very celebrating and joyous. We really did it in the way of home now with President Trump for long war that nobody thought was possible. And what continues to amaze me is that he always takes first principles approach and says, peace. And what's the most notable? Peace is a different deal than a business deal because you're changing, always focused on the downside. And in Israel, there was 2 years of how to make it a little bit better. He always said Gaza, it was possible more than just 2 years of war. Do your best to get there and hopelessness to build by a terrorist organization. For the people in the Middle East, their hearts were pulled by this. And the inspiration for doing this. I think you'll see today we've achieved more to think about and thought was what do we do next? How do we change the habits? How do we change the behaviors? Better than most people think is works right away. And the team that Steve thanks, including the White House team and the team, the volunteers. So it's really been through this 2-year war entrepreneurial. We really did in the way of working now with President Trump for
tons of rubble there, 10 years on politics, tens of thousands of fatalities. What continues to amaze me is that he always takes a further approach and says, what's the most popular outcome? For that, whereas politicians are always focusing on huge what could go wrong, really think about it a little bit better. He really does an incredible job possible. Then, do your best to get there. Everyone thinks the U.S. works very, very well with these why they need for it. So, a new organization like the WEF is the inspiration for doing this. Fletcher, I think you'll see today, incredible job really getting it going. Historic humanitarian is still going forward. I think better than most people think here. Obviously, we've been working very closely with the Israelis to figure out a way through de-escalation. And so basically, we're going through this demilitarization of 1,000 tons of ammunition, but without security, nobody can make investments there. Nobody's going to come and build their fatalities. Peace jump to 85% of the aid of Gaza, getting the UN resolution in Gaza. It's a huge long-term effort, sustainable, really give these people an aid team there that does a good job. And so we want to then work out with the help of President Trump's US, he's doing in America. We want to use the same organization like the same approach work with the US like Gaza to give these people the ability to do a job of really getting it going. We've done historic humanitarian aid. Going forward, so number one thing is to secure and see now very closely with the Israelis 100% to figure out a way to de-escalation needs our next thing is working with over demilitarization of goods have gone down. But without security, nobody's going to make investments. Nobody's going to come in, build their $4 million house. It's been the largest humanitarian effort done. People, 85% of the aid of Gaza, tell us 85% of the GDP of Gaza has been aid for a long time. That's not sustainable. It doesn't give these people dignity. It doesn't give them hope. And so we want to so impressed we're speaking to him in the entire committee that he's doing in America. We want to bring the same mindset, the same approach work with the place like Gaza to give these people the ability to thrive. This committee is the first time the technocratic, apolitical committee. I really want to thank the Arab partners for helping us select the right people to do this. And we just need to believe in them. 100% of the food needs are hard for me to read, but this is really important. You saw the cost of goods have gone down. Hamas's mission statement with 50 to destroy the state of Israel have gone down. It has not worked well for the people as we've seen. Their mission statement is the largest humanitarian effort done in security war zone during the essential service been able to tell us about this really has been a great joint effort that everyone's been able to do. And electricity, water, healthcare, and education, as well as cultivating, we have been so rooted in peace. We're speaking to him in the entire committee, operating with the highest standards of integrity, transparency. So these are the basic things. Their goal is to have peace and to help their people, which is this committee is the first government, but actually apolitical committee. I really want to thank the Arab partners for helping us select the right people to do this. And we just need to believe in them to support the most successful real estate developers and brilliant people I know to read. These volunteers to do this is not for profit, really because of his heart. He wants to do this mission statement. We've developed ways to develop instructions. President Trump is the means we can. Their mission statement is people are committed to establishing security, restoring the essential services with the idea that form the bedrock of human free zones such as Hamas zone. Electricity, water, healthcare, education, as well as cultivating natural peace, democracy, and justice. What our plan B is, we do not standards and integrity, transparent plan. So these are the basic goals. Their goal is to have peace and to help their people, which is what we're doing is facing the Middle East, but actually like fairly 2-3 million people. They built this. We did a master plan. So stuff like this is very difficult to buy. Make one of the most successful real estate developers and brilliant people I know. This will show up volunteer to do this. We think this could be done in 2-3 years. We've already started moving the rubble. We've developed ways to redevelop the demolition. President Trump new thing has amazing potential. It could be a destination. People of industry develop and really be a place that the people there we were toying with the idea of saying, once this starts going, we think there should be 100% full employment and opportunity for everybody there. Catastrophic success. We have a lot of data on the deal demilitarized. We think that this really gives the Gazan people an opportunity to do not have a plan B. We have a plan, signed an agreement with government. We're all committed to making that agreement work. There's a master plan, we'll be doing it in phasing. In the Middle East, we're doing is we're basically studying 2-3 million people all over the world. They build this in 3 years. Education, stuff like this is very doable if we make it happen. All of these things are, it's not RP, all government that Gaza is going to make this work done in 2-3 years. Coordination, moving the rubble, doing some of the demolition, and then President Trump is doing it in America. It could be a destination. Industry really be a place that other people there can come there too. So, when the word of peace going, we think there should be 100% full employment and opportunity for everybody. How do you do peace and we have a lot of things that people can be, but we got this deal that gives the Gazan people an opportunity to know how to do it. So, creating this system, hopefully it's something that we can document and learning to make them available to all of us who want to use them in the future. We're doing is we're basically demilitarization. This is something we're starting now. We have new government, education, Gaza, who does healthcare, working with Hamas on the demilitarization to really take secret IP, all this stuff that we're agreed to in the document is going to make public, and we want to encourage all to be successful. Without that, we can't rebuild. So if Hamas does not demilitarize America, that will be what they're working. We should all be people of Gaza. We find from achieving their aspirations, and that's very important too. And so the next 100 days, we're going to continue to just be heads down and focused on making sure this is implemented. Really show we continue to be peace implementation, which is something that humanitarian shelter done, but then we create the conditions to use or know how and how to do it. Thank you. As we're creating this system, hopefully it's something that we can just really make these learnings and make them available to so many people and President Trump's great leadership. So demilitarization, this is something that we're starting now. We've been incredibly generous. We'll be doing government. We'll be working with minds on the demilitarization, the contributions that will be made in a couple weeks in Washington to the document. The private sector will be amazing. That will be successful. I know it's a little risky. We can't rebuild in a place like this, but we need you to come, demilitarize, faith, invest in the people, try to be a part of it, and then finally achieving their aspiration. And the media and on the social next 100 days, we're going to continue to just be heads down and focused on making sure these because we work with Israel, we continue to be focused on humanitarian aid, humanitarian shelter, Egypt, creating the conditions to work with UAE. We all work together to make this happen. One point I'll just make is people trying to escalate. This is really something Israel where so many people Turkey President Trump's great leadership down for 30 but a lot of things that don't count. How can we help? So our countries are working incredibly generous. What we're doing here is peace for Israel and Palestinian people. Everyone wants to be made. Everyone wants to be in Washington. Let's put our efforts towards promoting those who are doing the work to build this up. I know it's a little risky. There's committees in place like this, but we need you to take faith, invest in the people, to be a part of it. Believe, and then finally, I'll just talk to the people who are media and on the social media.
Now I would like to introduce and welcome to the podium the High Representative for Gaza, Nikolay.
This would not have been possible without your commitment to Egypt. We worked together. We worked with UAE. We all worked together to make this happen. Every time there was a setback, you told us to try hard, criticizing Israel or Israelis, and we've made several impossible things happen. Just think that the war's over. There's no reason why us to try working together even more. All here is peace between Israel and the Palestinian people. Everyone wants to live peacefully. Everyone wants to live with dignity. Let's put our efforts towards promoting those who are doing the work to build this up, like Ali and his committee. Let's focus on the positive stories and let's just
now I would like to introduce and welcome to the podium the High Representative for Gaza, Nikolay.
We're going to continue to work every day. We need all of your help to do it. And I just really want to thank President Trump for his leadership in doing this. It would not have been possible without your commitment to this. Everyone thought it was impossible to end this war. You never gave up. You never stopped. Every time there was a setback, you told us to try harder. You gave us different ideas. And we've made several impossible things happen just in Gaza to date, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to make even more impossible things happen. So really thank you for your amazing leadership.
We will be sitting here with this group of countries, with this leadership, giving the people of Gaza a new chance. Who would have thought
Thank you, Jared
that
and
last
Steve.
Friday
Now
I would be sitting,
like to
Mr. President, in Cairo
and welcome to
with
the
an
podium
amazing
the
group
High
of Palestinian
Representative for Gaza,
technocrats, people
Nikolay
who you don't see on the
Mladenov.
news, people who are not media personalities, but who are experts, who are committed to giving their people a chance in life. And this is what this is all about. For too long, Gazans, Palestinians, and Israelis have lived with conflict, great honor, with death and mass destruction. Responsibility for me to maintain terms for all of us. And whether the stage turns successfully in this journey really depends on all of us. Who would have thought the ingredients for it? That we will be leadership of the United States with this group of countries, with this leadership, a great group of giving people of Gaza peace and new chances come. Who would have thought a fantastic Palestinian team on the ground? I would be sitting with the President in Cairo. Our partners are an amazing group of Palestinian technocrats, and we need your support. People who you don't see on the news, people who are not media personalities, who are watching, but who are experts, who are committed to giving their people a chance in life or in their own. This is what this is all about. Put away your talking points for a minute. Gaza, put away an Israeli have lived with conflict. Please put away their concerns. Please stop listening to the rumors and to the gossip. Whether the page turns successful really depends on us today. We have the future of 2 million Palestinians as the leadership of the United States, and if we give them a chance, we will do more than that. Group of countries joining the opportunities for 1 million people who live in the Middle East and beyond, and who are responsible, and we must make them see transformation and a chance in life are in place. The future of we need to join us on this journey, and finally join the I also and join us in supporting this excellent initiative, and thank you again, President Trump and the United States for taking this decisive leadership from their offices. Please put away your talking points for a minute. Please put away your fears.
President
Please
Trump,
put away
would you like to
your
make some
concerns.
concluding remarks?
Please stop listening to the rumors and to the gossip. focus on what we have to do today. Because the future of 2 million Palestinians is at stake, and if we give them a chance, we will do more than that. We will create opportunities for 1 billion people who live in the Middle East and beyond,
one of the first
and who are
things I said
responsible,
when we really
also
got
who want to see
involved in this
transformation
project,
and a
and
chance
it's a
in
big
life
one,
for the
but
future.
it's very
So please
doable.
join
I
us on
said
this
to
journey,
Jared,
join the Board of
Steve,
Peace, and join us in
some of the
supporting
other
this excellent initiative. And
folks,
thank you again,
including
President
Larry
Trump
Fink, and
and the United States
congratulations
for
on the
taking
great
this
success.
decisive
The two
leadership
of you have
forward.
done a fantastic job. This is bigger and better than ever. You usurped some of your time.
Thank you.
For a very
President Trump,
important
would you like
reason,
to make some
and you
concluding
understand
remarks?
that better than anybody, and we appreciate that you're here very much. Thank you both very much. But I said that, this is a great location. It all begins. See, I'm a real estate person at heart. I just want to tell you it's all about location. And I said, look at this location on the sea. Look at this beautiful piece of property. What it could be for so many people. This is so great. People see you so poorly, so well. But it all began with Larry Fink, and congratulations on the great success of what you said. The two people are very few places are like better than ever. So we put together a team that's outstanding, a team that's done it before. A team that I think has done tougher jobs. Done some tough jobs. You're here very much. And we continue to, as far as the United States is concerned, we'll be that, this location has never been stronger. Thank you very much. It's all about thousands of factories all over the United States are now under construction. Anything like it. People that live in San Francisco are so involved with this, and to be involved with the great people in this room and the great leaders that are sitting on stage. Thank you very much. Very few places are like many others that have signed up. So we put together a team that's outstanding, a team that's done it before. It really will be important. I think has done tougher jobs. If you want to know the truth, we spend some tough jobs. We waste so much time on things that never happen. We continue to, as far as the United States is concerned. Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to be with you. The United States has never been stronger, never been bigger, better. It's doing really well. You see that growing thousands of businesses, plants, factories all over the United States are right now under construction. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And this is just an honor to be involved with this and to be involved with the great people in this room and the great leaders that are sitting on stage. We thank you very much. And we have many others that have signed up, and they all want to be members of the Board of Peace because it really will be important. This is not going to be a waste of time. We waste so much time on things that never happen. This will happen, and it's already happening. Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to be with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Long in the making. Many countries just received their notice. Everybody wants to be a part of it. And we'll work with many others, including the United Nations. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had an incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top business leaders, the best, the biggest, most successful, and foreign heads of state. And now we have one of the most important meetings of all, the official formation of what is known as the Board of Peace. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner, countries that are extraordinary work, and they've done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be part of peace in the Middle East, and we work with
Many others, including the United States.
official formation of what 27,000 in the month before, of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We have meetings with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to Secretary of State does an amazing job. And Chris Wright in the Middle East. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, they're all settled in 8 wars, Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming soon. Gingrich, who is here. That is doing a fantastic, be an easy way, fantastic work. Probably the most difficult. And many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace. People that are also committed to great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the first group, 27,000 in the month of peace. 26,000 is my name. Just a ceremony. Caroline will be in meetings, and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador Calista Gingrich, who is here, doing a fantastic, really fantastic work. And each and every one of you, and many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Ministers of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. Caroline will be doing it. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. And each and every one of you, every swing state to 7. They were saying, can he win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not done. And we won all 7. We have a great mandate back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time. If you announce a tremendous market over one stock, if you announce millions, the market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. Every swing state to 7. We're raising interest rates depending on the situation. Can you win all 7? Is it the entire world? It's not done. And we have secured commitments for over 18 trillion dollars in new investment coming into our country with no inflation by many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever, and we in history this country near the history of our country. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth 75.7%. Looks like percent. This is it, and I think that number can double and triple. Yesterday we did the right things and signed historic trade deals with nations from all over the globe. Go up instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because it is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago when the situation, when America booms, the entire world booms. Some of those we have secured commitments over $18 trillion in new investment coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever within history that's gotten into the nations. Slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said, President Trump, this is in 10 and maybe 21 years. Like they signed historic trade deals with nations before from all over the globe. Things are going to happen. Today, the world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. We put out all those fires. Many people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia wars were going on. The Democrats, some of them were going on for, in one case, 32 years, in another case, 35 years, in Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to stop the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, the 2 nuclear nations today. And I was very honored with the general and the very good Prime Minister of Pakistan, President Trump, saved 10 and maybe 20 million lives by getting that river from getting stopped just before the little tough situation was going to happen. But as President, I had to settle those 8 years, just about 7 months, including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, India elections to here had a commission for a little Kosovo and Serbia. We'll get it settled. The Democratic Republic of the Congo. Pretty tough situation. The dam was built in the water. Pakistan and India. Think of Israel. Think of the now. Think of the now with water. Egypt and Ethiopia. We're working on that. Armenia and Azerbaijan. Yesterday was, a lot of these leaders have become my generals, they become my friends. They hear leader of Egypt, and of course the war in Gaza, working on a dam that was which is really precludes the Nile River from getting water. We have it's a little situation happened. They were a giant. We'll get that giant massive, just about settled fires, and now they're in there for little fires. We had 59 countries. We had a commission for a little while. The piece of that release, not in the Middle East, and near the Middle East. Tough situations. The dam was built, and many have said that doesn't get from us. When I think of Egypt, what they promised they would do, I think they probably will. But they were born with rifles, and Azerbaijan born. A lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here, but they have to give up. Of course, the war in Gaza, do that, which is going to be the end of the. But coming to an end. Countries we little fires and do that, man. Little countries that you traditionally think of as being involved in the fires, and now that's little fires. We can put them out. There's about 59 countries do something about that. In the pieces of the Middle East, many of them not in the Middle East, and near the Middle East, compared to what it was before it was massive. Said that if a large, powerful countries do what they promised they would do, another great victory for the ultimate. They were born with rifles. In June, we obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. They had a rifle operation. We call it Operation Good Night. It was midnight. It was dark. No one was every single one of those bombs from the B-2 bombers and the air shafts, and we deep into the earth. Go in and do it. Then totally obliterated traditionally think of as being involved. 2 months away from having a nuclear weapon. Can't find that happen. Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran does want to something about that, but we'll talk. I call them remnants. Also had remnants. ISIS in Syria, what it was before it was massive, as you know, large, powerful countries fighting each other. I took out another great victory for the ultimate founder of ISIS, and he was trying peace in June. We obliterated Iran's tremendous military capacity. General Raisin Kane, Operation, we call that Operation. He went down ISIS. It was midnight. It was dark. No moon. And we had a great first term of those bombs from the B-2. The second term is bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. But we totally obliterated everything that we had. It was gone. 2 months away from having a new administration. We formed again a little bit. We had very hard Syria, by the way. I spoke with the president. Is making a lot of progress. Tremendous progress. ISIS in Syria. Happy about that. And very strong sanctions, which gives them a first administration. And they took out al-Baghdadi. He is working founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start it up again because due to the tremendous talent. So, general things are happening, some good things. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East. We had a great first term. Other places are, but the second term is calming down in a way, actually. A lot different than it was. But we just had ISIS, and just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. It was gone, but nowhere the Biden. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians. In Syria, by the way, the president was making thousands of Christians. What's that all about? Happy about that. We took off much of this unprecedented success as possible and built our military and weapons. He is working, and we're making it even stronger. I think he's going to put it all together over $1 trillion. So many things are happening. Next year we're going to 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe and America, and Middle East, taking in other places that are. We've never taken really not only the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. Everything didn't know it. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating the terrorists who are killing Christians. You're investing in our country. You're extremely happy with your investment. Thousands numbers like thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments from this unprecedented success to increase because their defense in my first term to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. What's that budget of over $1 trillion? This year, free ride, next year we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but Spain is very economically. We're taking it up to numbers that we've never taken as not only attention to the investment security of the $1 trillion plus. I've stopped invasion, U.S. jobs cartels is far better than organizations. I think you're going to see some. And a lot of you are investing in our country. I think you're going to be extremely happy with your investments. I think we'll see numbers coming in by water. Never going to stop them on the land. The land is also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies to assist down their defense spending. Just last night to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's happening with Spain. And we're trying to figure out who are the 2% that are willing to get into those boats. I don't think they watch. Every country but television increased to 5%. I don't know what we've taken out. Almost 100% of all the drugs Americans renewed attention to security of the Western Hemisphere. I think very easily stopped the invasion of our southern border. We designated the drug cartels as foreign and intelligence organizations. Unrivaled scale of power side of the U.S. military, the most powerful military in the world. Drugs coming in by water. Now we're going to stop capture the disease outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro. And the people of Venezuela are very happy about it. I heard it just last night. And we're having great relationships with the 98.1% leaders of the new leaders. We're trying to figure out who are the 2% that are willing to get into those boats. We're opening up the country to giant oil companies. And we've taken out almost 100% taken out the drugs coming into the United States by water. Million barrels of oil. I think very easily a lot of that's going to go back to Venezuela and to wait more till the other was taken care of with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Unrivaled skill, power, and might of the U.S. military, just the most powerful military in the world. After us, there's a couple of countries that have dictator Nicolas Maduro and the people of Venezuela are happy about Venezuela and us. And we're having great relationships with the oil leaders of the leaders of Venezuela, relationships with the companies. We had meetings opening up the country to companies want to go giant oil companies. And enjoying the sites. But our military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And a lot of no second wave. We don't want a second wave. The first wave was enough. Income with us in a short period of time to end in years. Horrible killings in Ukraine as they have in the war that should never have happened after us. Would have never happened if our countries that are in that category. But we have the most to speak to. They're Vladimir second about Ukraine as well. We have 62% of the world's oil. They have very little production as part of this historic record of major peace initiatives. Today we're going to see more details immediately. Board of Peace still starting during the science. This board is the military was amazing. That strike was amazing. Every second wave coming, we didn't need it. They said no second wave. We don't want a second wave. When they asked me, the first wave was enough. We had an idea to do it, and then they came working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I take it very serious. Never have happened. A great group of people would have never happened if our president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are, I used to speak leading it from within. Vladimir Putin about Ukraine. It's Rosie Apple starting already ever done. And every country, just about every country wants to be a part of. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives a couple of days ago. Today we're announcing more details right here. The Board of Peace in Davos. So this board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as chairman. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and then they came and said, you'll be the chairman. A couple, let's say, a couple I like. I take it very seriously. A couple I don't like. A great group of people. No, I like, actually, this group, I like every single one of them. Young people. Usually I've got 2 or 3 that I can't get from within. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't like them up there. I like every one of these people. In every country, just about people with great leaders to be a part of it. And the Board of Peace is composed of leaders sent out the letters a couple of days ago. These are just countries that are here. Last October, we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase 1 of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very soon. That's what we have. No, I like actually this maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivering record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid to many. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't like them up here. I like every one of these. You don't hear that. They're great leaders. And humanitarian aid, I want to thank leaders, the United States leaders, some of the countries last October. We released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza, and I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year and secured the release one of this plan. We have secured the painstakingly maintained that living hostages, and we're going to have thanks Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing it. Maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivering record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds of people were starving. The last 20, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. Now we have the year before we've delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but we got humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but we had also some of the countries that are sitting right up here that were dead, as they've said. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living, just in the form of money, where we some cases it almost seem more. You don't hear those amazing stories anymore with people starving. But they secured the release of all killed. We secured the release of all living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing working so hard. That was so hard. There were 20. It couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of we got hundreds out. And we're the last 20. I said, well, that's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. It was a tough one. It's a rough job. It was a rough job. 20, every one of them. And I've been very clear that we had also about 28 returned that last that were dead to cease the hostages. Wanted them just as though they were living, just as much. And then we get on to other things more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great job. In most cases, he's really started. And I think maybe that things as we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done. It's going to be the exception of war. Great thing to watch. And we're close to the track of things we can do. We'll see other things once this war is, which is amazing. We can do things. It's a rough job. That was a rough job. We'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations and Hamas. I've always said the United Nations must return that last remaining potential to cease hostages as well. And that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. We get on to other things. Great people with the United Nations ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and on the 8 wars of I never spoke to the United Nations, and that's where the border peace really started. And I should have spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. They tried, we're going to be very successful in Gaza, but they didn't try hard enough. But there's tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the border peace and the forces borders of people we have here can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations in conjunction with the United Nations. Very unique for the world. I've always said to the world, the United Nations has got tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward this tremendous potential in the United Nations. Much safer future for the world with the United Nations before your very eyes. But so together we are on the wars that I never incredible chance. I don't even call it a chance. I think it's going to happen. And you would think that in decades of suffering, we stop generations of hatred and bloodshed and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace. But they didn't try that region and for the whole region. Tremendous potential with the United Nations. And I think the combination of calling the peace with the kind of people we have here. We're going to have peace with the United Nations. Would that be something for legacy for our youth, for the world, for the world? This is a star. United States. This is for the here. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East, the biggest people, the most safer future for the world are unfolding right before your very eyes. And when you use that genius that you are in a position to have an incredible chance, inspired genius, when you use that in decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace to be with you for that region and for the whole region. It's very important to most of the world, because I'm calling the world the region. The world is being here, and we're going to have peace in the world. Tremendous success. A lot of good things happened. Legacy. This was something that really this room to be here is a star. I could think of no better place because so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the border peace into full force, the biggest people, the most important people in the world, most Bahrain and Foreign Minister. When you use that genius, that you join me in signing and ratifying unusual, board of inspired genius charter. Thank you very much for peace. Appreciate it. Thank you. The youngest say peace has no chance. I just want to say countries tremendous to be with you. I think this is something that everybody wants to be a part of. It's very important to and we'll work with others, including the United Nations, being here. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yes, and we had happened, but this was certainly a success to use it with many of them. I could think of a better place because some of these leaders get best. It's the biggest. And now to bring the peace into State, and now we have one of the most important meetings foreign minister of all the official formation of what is known as the Board Ratifying Peace Board of Peace. I want to thank the Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, countries and their extraordinary work. They have done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be a part of peace in the Middle East, and nobody thought there was many others, including the United States. Settled 8 wars, but I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had a, you know what that is, incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top business leaders, the best, the biggest, less successful. 29,000 of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings in Russia of all the official formation of what is known as the Board of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio, meetings with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to Secretary of State, done an amazing job, and Chris Wright in the Middle East. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, they're all settled 8 wars, Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. Gingrich, who's here, that is doing a fantastic, an easy one, fantastic work. Thank you, Calista, probably the most difficult. And many other members of my administration who are so 29,000 people died, and also committed to great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group, 27,000 in the month before, 26,000 is my name, just a moment. Caroline will be doing meetings, and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador Calista Gingrich, who is here, doing a fantastic, really fantastic work. Each and every one of you, and many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Ministers of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. Caroline will be doing it. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. And each and every one of you, every swing state to 7. They were saying, can he win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not that. We won all 7. Great mandate. Back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time. Again, so if you announce good tremendous markets go up, one stock if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because everybody has to kill it. Every swing state to 7 or raising interest rates depending on the situation. Can he win all 7? Is it the entire world? It's not that. And we have secured commitments for over 18 trillion dollars in new investment coming into our country with no inflation. By many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever, and in history, there's such inflation in that number. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth 5.7%, looks like. This is it, and I think that number can double and triple. Yesterday we did the right things and signed historic trade deals with nations. If you announce good numbers, the markets go up instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down. The world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago, depending on the situation. When America booms, the entire world booms. Some of those wars we have secured commitments for over $32 trillion in new investment coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever within history that's got that nuclear nations. Slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump is in 10 and maybe 20 years. Like they signed historic trade deals with nations from all over the globe. About to happen. Today's the world is was richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. We put out all those fires. By the way, a lot of people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia wars were going on. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, in one case 32 years, in another case 35 years, and another Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to stop Egypt the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, the two nuclear nations today. And I was very honored with the general and a very good Prime Minister of Pakistan, Egypt, President Trump. Saved 10 and maybe 20 million lives. Precludes the Nile River from getting stopped just before it's a little tough situation was going to happen. But as president, I ended those 8 wars just about 7 months, including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, many elections took me out of commission for a little Kosovo while. Kosovo and Serbia, we'll get it settled. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, tough situation. A dam was built in the water. Doesn't Pakistan and India. When I think of Israel, I think of the Nile. Iran, I think of the Nile with water Egypt in it. And Ethiopia, we're working on that. Armenia and Azerbaijan. Yesterday, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here. Leader of Egypt, and of course the war in Gaza. Working on a dam that was built, which really precludes the Nile coming to an end, getting water. We have little fires that were put out, but they were giant. We'll get that giant, massive. It's just about settled fires, and now they're in my first little fires. We can put out we have 59 countries that we had a commission for involved in peace in the Middle East. Many of them not in the Middle East; they're near the Middle East. Pretty tough situation. A dam was built, and many have said that doesn't come down to the Nile. When I think of Egypt, I think they promised they would do that with water in it. Probably will, but they were born with rifles in their hands. Azerbaijan born. A lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here, but they have to give up their weapons. The war in Gaza. If they don't do that, which is going to be the end of them. But coming to an end. Countries have told me little fires will put up, and there were countries that you traditionally think of as being involved in that fires, and now they're down to little fires. We can put them out very easily. 59 countries that do something about that in the peace in the Middle East. Many of them not in the Middle East, they're near the Middle East, but they're not in the Middle East. What it was before it was massive. Said that if large, powerful countries doesn't do what they promised they would do, another great victory for the ultimate. They were born with rifles in peace in June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. They had a rifle put into their hands. We call it Operation Midnight Hammer. It was midnight. It was dark, no moon, and every single one of those bombs from the B-2 bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. We want to go in and do it, and they really are countries that you traditionally think of as being involved in that. 2 months away from having a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Iran does want to do something about that, but these are talk. I call them remnants. Remnants. ISIS is what it was before it was investigating. Large, powerful countries fighting each other. I took out in another great victory for the founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start it up again because due to the tremendous enrichment capacity, General Raisin Kane. Operation, we call it Operation Midnight Hammer. It was midnight. It was dark, no moon, and we had every single one of those bombs from the B-2. Second term is bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. But we totally obliterated everything that they were doing. It was gone. 2 months away from having a nuclear administration. It formed again a little bit. We hit it very hard. Iran doesn't want to talk. By the way, I spoke with the president. Is making a lot of progress. Tremendous progress. ISIS in Syria. Happy about that. And very strong sanctions, which gives them a chance to breathe. And they took out al-Baghdadi. He is working very, very hard, and he was trying to start it up again because due to the tremendous talent. So many things are happening, many good things. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East. We had a great first term. Other places are, but the second term really is, I think, blowing it away, actually. It's a lot different than it was. But we just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. A lot of people didn't know during the Biden. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians. In Syria, by the way, I spoke with the president, is making a lot of progress, tremendous progress, actually. What's that all about? Happy about that. We took off all sanctions, which gives them a chance to possible because we built our military in my first term. He is working very, very hard. Even stronger. I think he's going to put it all together. A budget of over $1 trillion. So many things are happening. Next year we're going to 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East, are taking in other places are we've never taken in not only the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. A lot of people didn't know it. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians, who are investing in our country. I think you're going to be extremely happy with your investments. We've killed thousands and thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies to increase because I rebuilt our military in my first term to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's that budget of over $1 trillion. This year, free ride. Next year, we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but Spain has never done better economically. I don't know why we're taking in numbers that we've never taken in. Not only attention to the investment at 18 trillion plus. I've stopped the invasion on our southern border, designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. I think you're going to see some. And you probably are investing in our country. I think you're going to be extremely happy with your investments. I think you'll see numbers coming in by water. Now we're going to stop them on the land. The land is also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies to increase down now our defense spending just last night to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's happening with Spain. And we're trying to figure out who are the 2% that are willing to get into those boats. I don't think they watch every country but television increased to 5%. I don't know why we're taking out almost 100% of all of the drugs coming into the United States by water. Security of the Western Hemisphere. I think very easily stopped the invasion on our southern border and designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Unrivaled skill, power, and might of the U.S. military, the most powerful military in the world, drugs coming in by water. Now we're going to stop them on the land. The land is easy. Outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro. And the people of Venezuela are very happy about it. I heard it just last night. And we're having relationships with the 98.1% leaders of the military figure out who are the 2% that are willing to get into those boats. We're opening up the country to giant oil companies. And we've taken out almost 100%. We've already taken out the drugs coming into the United States by water. Million barrels of oil. I think very easily stop a lot of that's going to go back to Venezuela. We wanted to wait more until the other was taken care of with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Unrivaled skill, because as much oil as the U.S. military, we're the most powerful military in the world by far. There's a couple of countries that are in that category. Nicolas Maduro and the people of Venezuela. Very happy about Venezuela and us. We have 62% great relationships with the oil leaders of Venezuela. Venezuela relationships have been good. As we had meetings opening up the country to companies want to go in. They're already touring the sites. Very well. We've already taken. But our military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And a lot of that second wave, we don't want a second wave. The first wave was enough income with us, and of course we're working to end in years. Horrible killing in Ukraine as they have in the war that should never have happened. After us, would have never happened if I were president. Countries that are in that category, but we have the most to speak to. They're Vladimir Putin between Venezuela and us. We have 62% of the world's oil. You can't do that, Vladimir. But they have very little production. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives. Today we're announcing more details regarding the Board of Peace. They're already touring the sites. This board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. Enormous honor. They said no second wave. We don't want a second wave. When they asked me, the first wave was enough. We had an idea to do it, and of course we're working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I take it very seriously. Never have happened. A great group of people would have never happened if I were president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are, I used to speak leading it from within. Vladimir Putin about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye, but he would never have ever done it. And every country, just about every country, wants to be a part of it. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives, a couple of days today we're announcing more details regarding the Board of Peace in Davos. So this board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as a friend. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and then they came to say, you'll be the chairman. A couple, I take it very seriously. We have a great group of people. I like, actually, in this group, incredible, I like every single one of them. Young people, usually I have about 2 or 3 that I can't get from within. Usually I have two or three that I don't like. I don't find them up here. I like every one of these people. And every country, just about every country wants to be a part of it. And the Board of Peace is composed of leaders. We just sent out the letters a couple of days ago. And these are just the countries that are here. Last October, we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase one of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very soon. That's what we have. No, I like actually at this point, maintained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid. Usually I have two or three that I don't like. I don't find them up here. I like every one of these. You don't hear that anymore. The great people, the great levels of. And humanitarian aid, I want to thank leaders of the United States, but I want to thank some of the countries. Last October, we released a plan for the permanent end, great aid to the conflict in Gaza, and aid also in the form of money. Our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. And secured the release one of this plan. We have secured the release and maintained that Gaza hostages. And we're going to have it. Thanks Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing it. Maintained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds of people were starving. But the last one, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. Now we have said that before. We've delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but we got humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but we had some of the countries that 28 right up here that were dead because they've sent. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living. Aid also in the form of money, where we some cases are almost more. You don't hear those amazing stories anymore with people starving, but they're boys. Secured the release of all 20. We secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing it, working so hard. They worked so hard, but there were 20 it couldn't be done remaining living hostages, with the exception of one. We got hundreds out. But the last one I said that it's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. It was a tough one. It's a rough job. That was a rough job. And it's been very clear that we had also about 28 returned that last remaining dead. To see some one of them just as though they were living just as much. And then we get on cases that almost see more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized and properly governed and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great just about those cases really been started. And I think maybe that way things go. As we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done. It's going to be the exception of one. A great thing to watch, and we're close in the track of the things we can do. When we're other things, once this board is, which is amazing, we can do pretty much a rough job. That was a rough job. We'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations and Hamas. I've always said the United Nations must return that tremendous potential to seize hostages. Well, that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. Get on to other things. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized and properly governed and on the 8 wars of it. I never spoke to the United Nations. That's where the Board of Peace really started. And I should have spread out to think of things as we succeed with Gaza. And they tried. We're going to be very successful in Gaza. But they didn't try hard enough. But there's tremendous potential with the United Nations. I think the combination of the Board of Peace was once this board is the people we have here we can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations can be conjunction with the United Nations. Very unique for the world. I've always said the United Nations, United States, got tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward this tremendous potential in the United Nations. Much safer future for the world with the United Nations before your very eyes. But together we are the force of it that I have an incredible chance. I think it's going to happen. And you would think that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, but they couldn't do it. You tried everlasting and glorious peace, but they didn't try that region and for the whole region. Tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the Board of Peace with the kind of people we have here, we're going to have peace with the United Nations. That be a great thing for legacy for very unique for the world. For the world, this is a star. United States. This is what we hear. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East. The biggest people, the most important future for the world are unfolding right before your very eyes. And when you use together, we are that you are in a position to have an incredible chance. I'm going to call it inspired genius. When you use that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and peace to be with you for that region and for the whole region. It's very important to most of the world because I'm so looking forward to being here. Yesterday was a tremendous success. A lot of good things happened, but legacy. This was something that really was to be here. This is still I could think of no better way to so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the border peace into full force, I the biggest people, the most important people in the world, most Bahrain and Foreign Minister. Barita, when you use that genius, that you join me in signing and ratifying the board of peace genius charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. The opposite case has no chance. So I just want to say, countries, tremendous just receive that. I think this is something that everybody wants to be a part of. It's very important to and we'll work with many others, including the United Nations, being here. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had things happen, but this was something that really successful years in with many of I could think of a better place because so this leaders the best, the biggest. And now to bring the border peace into full force heads of state, and now we have one of the most important Bahrain's foreign minister, the official formation of what is known as the signing and ratifying peace board of peace. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner, countries and their extraordinary work. They've done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be a part of peace in the Middle East. And nobody thought that was possible. Many others, including the United Nations. 8 wars. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had a, you know what that is, incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top business leaders, the best, the biggest, last, successful. 29,000 heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings, Ukraine, Russia, of all the official formation of what is known as the board of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We have meetings with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to Secretary of State does an amazing job. And Chris Wright, the Middle East, U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer, the Representative 8 Wars Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. Gingrich, who is here. That is doing that fantastic. It's going to be an easy one. Fantastic work. Thank you, Calista. Probably the most difficult. And many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace. People died and they're also committed to great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group, 27,000 in the month of peace. They will 26,000 introduced by name. Just a Sarah moment. Caroline will be doing meetings, and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright, U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador Calista Gingrich, who is here, doing a really fantastic work. Each and every one of you, and many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Ministers of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. Caroline will be doing it. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. And each and every one of you, every swing state to 7. They were saying, can you win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not done. And we won all 7. We have a great mandate back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board in the history of our country. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time. So they'll give you an announcement. Tremendous money to go. We won the popular vote by millions. The market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. Every swing state to 7. We're raising interest rates depending on the situation. Can you win all 7? Is it the entire world booms? It's not done. And we have secured commitments for over 18 as I said in new investment coming into our country. We know inflation by many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever in history that's gotten anywhere near that number. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth. 75%. Looks like percent. This is it. I think that when you double and triple. Yesterday we did the right things and signed historic trade deals with nations. If you announce good numbers, the budgets go up instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. Depending on the situation. When America booms, the entire world booms. Some of those we have secured commitments for over $18 trillion in new investment coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever within history that's gotten anywhere near that number. Slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said, President Trump, this is in, say, 10 and maybe 20 million lives. And signed historic trade deals with nations before from all over the things were going to happen. Today's president, the world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just Cambodia and Thailand. By the way, people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia were going on. The Democrats and Republican Congo, case 32 years, and another case 35 years, and Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to stop the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, the two nuclear nations today. And I was very honored when the general and a very good Prime Minister of Pakistan, Egypt, President Trump, saved 10 and maybe 20 million lives. By getting the Nile River from getting stopped, which was just before it's a little tough situation was going to happen. But as President, I had settled those 8 wars, just about settlements, including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, you read the lectures to head of commission for Kosovo and Serbia. We'll get it settled. To Pakistan and India. When I think of Israel, I think of the Nile. Iran, I think of the Nile with water in it. Egypt and Ethiopia. We're working on that. Armenia and Azerbaijan. Yesterday, I mean, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here. Leader of Egypt, and of course, the war in Gaza. We're working on a dam that was really well, but they were. With rifles and Azerbaijan born. I mean, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here, but they have to give up. And of course, the war in Gaza is going to be the end of the coming to an end. Countries we have little fires and we'll put out there little countries that you traditionally think that was massive fires, and now that's little fires we can put them out. There's about 59 countries that do something about that. In a piece of the Middle East, many of them not in the Middle East, and here's the Middle East compared to what it was before it was massive. Said that if a large, powerful countries doesn't do what they promised they would do, another great victory for the ultimate born with rifles and peace in June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. They had a rifle put into operations. We call it Operation Midnight Hammers. It was midnight. It was dark. No moon. Every single one of those bombs from the B-2 bombers and the airshafts and went deep into the earth. We want to go in and do it. And they totally obliterated everything that they was being involved. 2 months away from having that fire happen. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Iran doesn't want to do something about that. But you sort of talk. I call them remnants. ISIS in Syria, what it was before it was massive, as you know. Large administrations fighting each other. I took out another great victory for the ultimate founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start it up again because Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. General Raisin King. Operation, we call it Operation Midnight Hammers. It was midnight, it was just no moon, and we had a great first one of those bombs from the B-2 second term bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth, but we totally obliterated everything that they had to do. It was gone. 2 months away from having a nuclear demonstration. It formed again a little bit. We hit it very hard. Syria, by the way, spoke with the president. Is making a lot of progress. ISIS in Syria, happy about that. And very strong sanctions, which gives them a first administration. And they took out he is working very, very hard, and he was trying to start it again because due to the tremendous talent. So, general things are happening, some good things. Threats to Europe, America, the Middle East. And we had a great first two places. The second is coming down away. It's a lot different than it was. But we just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. It was going up and nowhere. The Biden administration were annihilating terrorists who were killing Christians in Syria. And Syria, by the way, very hard. The president is making thousands, tremendous progress. Happy about that. Much of this unprecedented success is possible because we built our military in my first term. And now we're making it even stronger. I think he's going to put it all budget of over $1 trillion. So, you see things are happening. Next year, good things. 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East, taking in other places. We've never taken in the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago. The world was actually on fire. People didn't know it. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians, investing in our country. We're extremely happy with your investments. Thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments of this unprecedented success is possible because I rebuilt our military in my first term to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's that budget of over $1 trillion. This year, free ride, I guess. Next year, we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but Spain is based on better economically. I don't know why we're taking it up to numbers that we've never taken it. Not only the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus cartels is foreign terrorist organizations, numbers, everything. And you probably saw that we've stopped maybe better than some before. I think you're going to see some more drugs coming in by war investing in our country. I think you're going to be happy with your investments. Numbers like you haven't seen, but that's down now. I also secured commitments for virtually all NATO allies to increase 8.1% defense spending. And we're trying to figure out 5% of GDP. Everybody's in Spain. I don't know what's happening with Spain. I think they watch television or the news. Free ride, I guess. We're taking out almost 100% every country but Spain increased to 5% the United States. We're going to have to talk to Spain. I think very easily America's into our southern border. We designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Unrivaled skill of power side of the U.S. military. The most powerful military in the world. Drugs coming in by water. Now we're going to stop capturing the land disease. Outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro. But the people of Venezuela are happy about it. I heard it just last night. And we're having great relationships with 98.1% leaders of the we're trying to figure out Venezuela relationships into those boats. We're opening up the country to watch giant oil companies. And we're taking out over 100%, taking out the drugs coming. Think of this, 16 million barrels of oil. I think very easily sell out of that's going to go back to Venezuela. And they'll wait 2 more until the other was taken care of. With us, and they just tested. They did it years. Unrivaled skill, power, and might of the U.S. military, which is the most powerful military in the world. For us, there's a couple of countries that are in that dictator Nicolas Maduro, and the people of Venezuela. Very happy about Venezuela and us. We're having great relationships with the oil leaders of Venezuela relationships with companies. We had meetings opening up the country. The oil companies want to go in. They want to go in immediately. They're already touring the sites. Very well. We've already taken. Our military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And a lot of no second wave. We don't want a second wave. The first wave was enough. Income with us, and of course we're working to end in years. Horrible killings as much oil as they have, and they have a lot. Never happened after us. Would have never happened if I were president. Countries that are in that category, but we have the most to. They're Vladimir Putin about Ukraine as well. Seattle, we have 62% of the evidence. We can't do that, but they have very little production. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives, today we're announcing more details regarding the board of peace. They're already joining the sites. This board is the military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need an enormous. They said no second wave. We don't want a second. When they asked me, the first wave was enough. We had an idea idea to do it. And of course, we're working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I take it it's never have happened. A great group of people would have never happened to our president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are leading it from within. Vladimir Putin, Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye. They would never ever done. And every country, just about every country wants to be a part. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives a couple of days. Today we're announcing more details regarding the board of peace Davos. This board is the chance if you want to do what's consequential parties to stay created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as its chairman. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and then they came to say, you'll be the chairman. But I take it very seriously. I don't like a great group of people. I like actually this group. I like every single one of them. Young people usually have about 2 or 3 that I can't get from within. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them up there. I like every one of these people. In every country, just the great people, the great leaders to be a part of it. And the board of peace is composed of leaders down to the top leaders in the world. Just countries that are last October we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations. We have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very strong. I like actually at this point the Gaza ceasefire delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them up here. I like every one of these. You don't hear that. No, they're great people. They're great leaders. And humanitarian aid. I want to thank leaders of the United States, top leaders in some of the countries. Last October we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. Aid also to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. And secured the phase 1 of this plan. We have secured the release of all maintained that Gaza hostages. And we're going to have thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds of people were starving. But the last 20, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. Now we have said that a year before. We've delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but we got humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but I want to thank some of the countries that 28 right up here that were dead because they've sent. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living. Aid also in the form of money, where we some cases it almost more. You don't hear those amazing stories anymore with people starving. But their boys secured the release of all 20. We secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for working so hard. They worked so hard, but there were 20. It couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of one. We got hundreds out. But the last 20, I said, well, that's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. And it was a tough one. It's a rough job. It was a rough job. All 20, every one of them. And I've been very clear that we had also about 28 returned that last remaining. That were dead. To see some the parents wanted them just as though they were living just as much. And then we get some cases it almost more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great plan. That's where the board of peace really started. And I think we can spread out to other things killed. And as we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done, and it's going to be the exception of one. A great thing to watch, and we're close to the track of that. We can do numerous other things. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much a rough job. That was a rough job. We'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. That Hamas. I've always said the United Nations must return that last remaining potential to cease hostage as well, and that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. And then we get on to other things. And you have some great people at the United Nations. Ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and on the 8 wars that I ended, I never spoke to the United Nations. That's where the Board of Peace really started. And I should have spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. And they tried. We're going to be very successful in Gaza, but they didn't try hard enough. But there's tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the Board of Peace was once this board is the kind of people we have here, we can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations, can be a junction with the United Nations. Very unique for the world. I've always said the United Nations, United States, got tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East Nations, much safer future for the world with the United Nations before your very eyes. But so far together we are are in a position to have an incredible chance. I don't even call it a chance. I think it's going to happen. And you would think that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace, but they didn't try for that region and for the whole region. Tremendous potential with the United Nations. I think the combination of calling the peace and the kind of people we have here. We're going to have peace in the world with the United Nations. Would that be something very legacy for very unique for the world? In this room, for the world. This is a star. United States. This is for the world. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East, the biggest people, the most safer future for the world are unfolding right before your very eyes. And when you use that genius that you have in a position to have an incredible chance, I don't even call it inspired genius. When you use that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and we're doing that's very important. This is the most important world because I'm calling the world a region. The world is being here, and we're going to have peace in the world. Yesterday was a tremendous success. A lot of good things happened, but legacy this was something that I really wanted to be here. And is a star. I could think of no better place because so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the board of peace into full force, the biggest people, the most important people in the world, most powerful people and Foreign Minister. And when you use that genius that you join me in signing and ratifying the board of inspired genius charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. The opposite of peace has no chance. So I just want to say, countries, tremendous to be with you. And I think this is something that everybody wants to be a part of. It's very important. This is and we'll work with many others, including the United Nations, to being here and. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had things happen, but this was something that I really wanted to be here. Visit with many of the world's top no better place because so many people were together. The best, the biggest. And now to bring the board of peace into full force, heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings and foreign minister of all the official formation of what is known as the board and ratifying the board of peace. I want to thank Charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. Special envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, countries and their extraordinary work. They've done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be a part of it. Peace in the Middle East. And nobody thought that was possible. Many others, including the United Nations. We've settled 8 wars. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had you know what that is? Incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top to be probably the most difficult, the biggest, last, most successful. 29,000 people that we have one of the most important meetings Ukraine, Russia, of all the official think of that 29,000 formation of what is known as the board in the month before of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who we have meetings with, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott done an amazing job, and Chris Wright. Peace in the Middle East. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer, they're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming. Calista Gingrich, who is you know what that is. Doing that I thought was going to be an easy one. Fantastic work. Thank you, Calista. Probably the most difficult. And many of the members of my administration who are so committed to peace. People that and they're also committed to great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace. 26,000 introduced by name. Just a moment. Caroline will be doing meetings, and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright, U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador Calista Gingrich, who is here, doing a fantastic, really fantastic work. And each and every one of you. And many of the members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Minister by name, Kingdom Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. Caroline will be doing, and members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. And each and every one of you, every swing state to 7, they were saying Can he win all 7? Is it possible? We're proud of him because it's not done. And we won all 7. We have a great mandate back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. economy is booming. The United Kingdom, virtually no inflation. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. It was 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such sweeping things. Turn around in 12 months' time, so that if you announce good numbers, the markets go up. Instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. Every swing state to 7. We're raising interest rates depending on the situation. Can he win all 7? Booms, the entire world booms. It's not done. And we won all 7. We have secured commitments for over 18. As I said yesterday, the U.S. economy is booming coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever, and we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth now of 5.4%, looks like. This is in, and I think that number can double and triple. Yesterday we do the right things and signed historic trade deals with nations. If you announce good numbers, the markets go up. Instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. Safer and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. Depending on the situation. A lot of people didn't know, including me, world booms. Some of those wars were going on. Secured commitments for over 18 32 years, in another case, new 35 years, coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever with in history that's gotten anywhere near that number. Nations slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said, President Trump, this is in 1 year, 10 and maybe 20 million lives. By getting inside historic trade deals with nations from all over the globe. Things were going to happen. Today, the world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. We put out all those fires. By the way, a lot of people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia wars were going on. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, in one case 32 years, in another case 35 years, and another Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to stop the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, 2 nuclear nations yesterday. And I was very honored with the general and a very good Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved 10 and maybe 20 million lives by getting the Nile River from getting water. Just before it's a little tough things were going to happen. But as president, I ended those 8 wars just about 7 months, including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, the elections took me out of commission for a little Kosovo and Serbia. We'll get it settled. The Democratic Republic of the Congo. Pretty tough situation. A dam was built in the water. Doesn't Pakistan and India. When I think of Israel, I think of the Nile. I think of the Nile with water in it. And Ethiopia, we're working on that. Armenia and Azerbaijan yesterday. A lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here. Leader of Egypt, and of course the war in Gaza. We're working on a dam that was built, which really precludes the Nile River from getting water. We have little fires that were put out, but they were giant. We'll get that giant, really had it just about settled. Fires, and now they're in their first little fires. We can put out very easily. We have 59 countries. Took me out of commission for a little while. But peace in the Middle East. Many of them not in the Middle East. They're near the Middle East. It's a pretty tough situation. A dam was built, and many have said that if Hamas, when I think of Egypt, I think of the Nile, but I think of the Nile with water in it. Probably will, but they were born with rifles on their hands. Azerbaijan born. A lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here, but they have to give up their weapons. And of course, the war in Gaza. If they don't do that, which is going to be the end of that. But coming to an end. Countries have told me little fires that were put out, but there were countries that you traditionally think of as being involved in that. Fires, and now they're sent to little fires. We can put them out very easily. 59 countries that do something about that. And peace in the Middle East. Many of them not in the Middle East, they're near the Middle East, but they're not in the Middle East. What it was before it was massive. And many have said that if Hamas, large, powerful countries, doesn't do what they promised they would do. In another great victory for the ultimate, they were born with rifles on peace in June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. They had a rifle put into their hands. We call it Operation Big Night Hammer. It was midnight. It was dark, no moon, and every single one of those bombs from the B-2 bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the
go in
earth.
and do it. And they really
And
are
totally
countries that you
obliterated everything
traditionally
that
think
they were
of as
doing.
being
They were
involved in that.
2 months away from having a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Iran does want to do something about that, but these are,
we'll talk.
I call them remnants, just small remnants compared to Syria, what it was before it was invaded strongly, as you know. Large, first administration fighting each other. I took out in another great victory for the ultimate founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start it up again because due to the tremendous enrichment capacity, General Raisin Kane, Operation, we call it Operation
He wiped
Midnight
out
ISIS.
ISIS in a period of 3 weeks.
It was dark, no moon, and we had every single one of those bombs from the B-2. Second term is bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. But we totally obliterated everything that they were doing. It was gone. 2 months away from having a nuclear administration reformed again a little bit. We hit it very hard. Iran doesn't want to talk. By the way, I spoke with the president.
And we'll talk.
Is making a lot of progress.
We've also
Tremendous
hit
progress.
actually.
ISIS in Syria. Happy about that. And we took off all sanctions, which gives them a chance. First administration, and they took out al-Baghdadi. He is working very, very hard, and he was trying to start it up again because due to the tremendous talent. So, General Raisin Kane, many good things. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East. You know, we had a great first term. Other places are, but the second term
really
is
calming down.
it away. Actually, a lot different than it was. But we just 1 year ago. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. It was gone, but during the Biden administration, we formed again, annihilating terrorists who hit it very hard in Syria. And Syria, by the way, very hard. The president is making a lot of progress. Tremendous progress. What's that all about? Happy about that. We took off all sanctions, which gives them success as possible because we built our military in my first term. He is working very, very hard, even stronger. I think he's going to put it all together. A budget of over $1 trillion. So many things are happening. Next year we're going to 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East, taking in other places are. We've never taken in not only the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. Everything people didn't know it. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians or investing in our country. You're going to be extremely happy with your investments. Killed thousands and thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies to increase because I rebuilt our military in my first term to 5% of GDP. Even stronger. Spain. I don't know what's a budget of over $1 trillion. This year, free ride, I guess. Next year, we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but Spain has never done better economically. I don't know why we're taking in numbers that we've never taken in. Not only attention to the investment security of the Western Hemisphere. I've stopped the invasion on our southern border and designated the drug cartels as far maybe better than ever before. I think you're going to see some. And a lot of you are investing in our country. You're going to be extremely happy with their investments. I think we'll see numbers coming in by water. Now we're going to stop them on the land. The land is also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies to increase down now our defense spending just last night to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's happening with Spain. And we're trying to figure out who are the 2% that are willing to get into those boats. I don't think they watch every country but television or the 5%. I don't know what we're taking out almost 100% of all of the drugs coming into the United States to water. Security of the Western Hemisphere. I think very easily stopped the invasion on our southern border and designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Unrivaled skill, power, might of the U.S. military. The most powerful military in the world. Drugs coming in by water. Now we're going to stop them on land. The land is easy. Outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and the people of Venezuela are very happy about it. I heard it just last night. And we're having great relationships with the 8.1% leaders of the new countries of Venezuela that are willing to get into those boats. We're opening up the country to watch television or the news. And we're taking out almost 100%, taking out the drugs coming into the United States by water. Million barrels of oil. I think very easily said a lot of that's going to go back to Venezuela. We wanted to wait more till the other was taken care of with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Unrivaled skill, because as much oil as the U.S. military, which is the most powerful military in the world. After us, there's a couple of countries that are in that category. Nicolas Maduro and the people of Venezuela. Between Venezuela and us, we're having great relationships with the oil leaders of the new leaders of Venezuela, relationships, all the oil companies. We had meetings opening up the country. The oil companies want to go in. Giant oil companies. They're already touring the sites. Very well. We've already taken. But our military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And a lot of no second wave. We don't want a second wave. The first wave was enough. Income with us, and of course we're working to end in years. Horrible killings in Ukraine as they have, and they have a lot that never happened after us, would have never happened to our countries that are not in that category, but we have the most to speak to. They're Vladimir Putin about Venezuela, 62% of the world's oil. You can't do that, but they have very little production as part of this historic record of major PCs. Today we're announcing more details regarding the Board of Peace. They're already touring the sites. This board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need an enormous honor. They said no second wave. We don't want a second wave. When they asked me, the first wave was enough. We had an idea to do, and of course we're working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I tell you what, that should never have happened. A great group of people would have never happened to our president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are, I used to speak leading it from within, Vladimir Putin about Ukraine. It's really beautifully started. He would never have ever done it. And every country, just about every country would be a part as part of this historic record of major. We just sent out the letters a couple of days ago. Today we're announcing more details regarding the Board of Peace in Davos. So this board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as chairman. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and then they came and said, you'll be the chairman. A couple, but I take it very seriously. A great group of people. Actually, this group, I like every single one of them. Young people, usually I have about 2 or 3 that I can't get from within. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them up there. I like every one of these people. In every country, just great people, they're great leaders. To be a part of it. And the Board of Peace is composed of, we just sent out the letters of leaders in the world, just the countries that are here. Last October, we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. I'm pleased to say that vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase 1 of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very soon. I like actually this maintained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them up here. I like every one of these. You don't hear them. They're great people. They're great leaders. And humanitarian aid, I want to thank leaders of the United States, but I want to thank some of the countries. Some of the countries last October we released a plan for a permanent end, great aid to the conflict in Gaza, and I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. And secured the release of this plan. We have secured and painstakingly maintained that Gaza hostages, and we're going to have it. Thanks Steve Woodcock, Jared, and everybody for doing that. Maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds out. But the last 20, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. Now we have said the year before we delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but we got humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but we had also some of the countries that are sitting right up here that were dead, as they've said. But the very aid that we just as though they were aid just so much money. In some cases, no just for war. You don't hear those stories about people starving, but their boys secured the release of all 20. We secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Woodcock, Jared, and everybody for doing the work so hard. They worked so hard, but there were 20 couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of we got hundreds out. And with the last 20, I said, well, that's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. It was a tough one. It's a rough job. It was a rough job. 20, every one of them. And it's been very clear that we had also about 20 returned that last that were dead. To see some one of them just as though they were living just as much. And then we get some cases of almost more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be great. Just about most cases, young men started. And it may be that things go as we succeed with Gaza. We're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done. With the exception of one, great thing to watch, and we're close in once this board is completely amazing, we can do pretty much a rough job. That was a rough job. We'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. That Hamas. I've always said the United Nations must return that tremendous potential to seize hostages as well, and that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. And then we get on to other things. You have some great people with the United Nations. Ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, hasn't properly governed, and on the 8 wars that I never spoke to the United Nations. That's where the border peace really started. I should have spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. They tried. We're going to be very successful in Gaza. If they didn't try hard enough, there's tremendous potential with the United Nations. I think the combination of the border peace was once this border, the kind of people we have here, we can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations in conjunction with the United Nations. Very unique for the world. I've always said the United Nations has tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day potential in the United Nations. Much safer future for the world with the United Nations before your very eyes. But so together we are on the position that I never spoke to the United Nations. I think it's going to happen. And you would think that to end decades of suffering, would stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace. But they didn't try that region and for the whole region. Tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the border ways for region, the kind of people we have here, we're going to have peace with the United Nations. Would that be something legacy for very unique for the world? This room for the world. This is a star. United States. This is what we here. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East biggest people, a much safer future for the world will unfold right before your very eyes. And when you use that genius that you have in a position to have an incredible charity, inspire genius, when you use that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace to be with you, and for that region and for the whole region, we're doing it's very important. This is the most important because I'm so looking forward to reaching the world as being here, and we're going to have yesterday was a tremendous success. Really good things happened, but legacy. This was something that I really wanted to be here. This is still I could think of no better place because so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the border peace into full force, the biggest shape, the most important people in the world, the most powerful people, Foreign Minister. And when you use that genius that you join me in signing, ratifying the board of peace genius charter. Thank you very much for peace. Appreciate it. Thank you. The August Yankees has no chance. So I just want to say it's tremendous just to see that this is something that everybody wants to be part of. It's very important. And we'll work with many others, including the United Nations, being here. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had happened, but this was incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top better place because so many people were together. The biggest. And now to bring the border peace into full force and heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings, Foreign Minister of all the official formation. One is known as the Board Ratifying Peace Board of Peace. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Woodcock, Jared Kushner, countries and their extraordinary work. They've done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be a part of peace in the Middle East. And nobody thought that was possible. Many others, including the United States, settled 8 wars. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had that is incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top to be business leaders, the best, the biggest, last, successful. 29,000 heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings, Ukraine, Russia, of all the official. Think of that 29,000 of what 27,000 in the month before, of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We have meetings with Special Envoy Steve Woodcock, Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott. They've done an amazing job. And Chris Wright. Peace in the Middle East. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. Gingrich, who is here. What that is. The one that I thought was going to be an easy one. Fantastic work. Thank you, Calista. Probably the most difficult. And many other members of my administration who are so 29,000 people that and they're also tremendous great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the first group, 27,000 in the monthly fees, 26,000 is my name. Just a moment. Caroline will be in meetings and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright. Ambassador Kalista Gingrich, who is here doing a really fantastic work. Each and every one of you, and many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate how long you'll be doing. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. That each and every one of you, every swing state to 7. They were saying, can he win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not done. And we won all 7. We have a great mandate back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. And no administration in history has achieved such a sweeping things. Turn around in 12 months' time. So that if you announce good, tremendous mandate, we won the popular vote by millions. The market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. Every swing state to 7. We're raising interest rates in any other situation. Can you win America moves the entire world? It's not done. And we have secured commitments for $18 as I said yesterday, the U.S. economy is coming into our country with no inflation by many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever in history that's got inflation in the history of our country. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth 5.7%. Looks like percent. This is in, I think that number can double and triple. Yesterday was one of the right things. And signed historic trade deals with nations. If you announce good numbers, the markets go up instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago when we had all those fires. When America booms, the entire world booms. Some of those we have secured commitments that we're going on for, in one case, 32 years, in another case, 35 years coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever with India that's got anywhere near the nuclear nations. Slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said, President, this is in 10 and maybe 20 million lives. And signed historic trade deals with nations before from all over the things were going to happen. Today, the world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just Cambodia. We put out all those fires. By the way, many people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia wars were going on. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, in one case 32 years, in another case 35 years, in Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to stop the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, the 2 nuclear nations. Yesterday was, and I was very honored with the general and a very good Prime Minister of Pakistan, President Trump, saved 10 and maybe 20 million lives by getting that river from getting stopped just before it's a little tough things were going to happen. But President Trump, those 8 years, just about 7 months, including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, your lectures took me out of commission for a little while. Kosovo and Serbia, we'll get it settled. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, pretty tough situation. Dan Rwanda, Pakistan and India, Israel, Iran, Egypt, and Ethiopia. We're working on that right now. And Azerbaijan. Yesterday, I mean, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. They've become my friends. Here, leader of Egypt, and of course the war in Gaza, working on a dam that was built, which really precludes the Nile coming to an end in water. We have little fires that were put out, but they were giant. We'll get that giant massive. It's just about settled. Fires and. So we have 59 countries. We had a commission for the peace in the Middle East, and not in the Middle East, and near the Middle East. Pretty tough situation. The dam was built, and many have said doesn't get from us. I think it was to do with the canal. I think the water in it probably will, but they were born with rifles and Azerbaijan born. I mean, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. into their hands. My friends are here, but they have to give up. And of course, the war in Gaza, which is going to be the end of that. But coming to an end, countries have told me we little fires won't do it. Little countries that do traditional giant, massive fires, and now they're set to little fires, so we can put them out. There's about 59 countries do something about that. The pieces of the Middle East, many of them not in the Middle East, and yet small elements compared to what it was before it was massive. Said that if Hamas, powerful countries, do what they promised they would do, another great victory for the ultimate goal of peace. In June, we obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. They had a rifle operation. We call it Operation Keep That Happened. It was dark, no more. Every single one of those bombs from the BT bombers and air shafts, and we wanted to go in and do it. And they totally obliterated tradition. That was being involved. 2 months away from having a nuclear can't let that happen. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Iran does want to do something about that, but these are talk. I call them remnants. Also had remnants. ISIS in Syria, what it was before it was massive, as you know, large first administration fighting each other. I took out in another great victory for the ultimate founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. General Raisin King, Operation, we call it Operation. He wiped out ISIS after 3 weeks. It was first to no moon, and we had a great first one of those bombs from the B-2 second term. Bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth, but we totally obliterated everything that they had over there. It was gone 2 months away from having a nuclear administration. We formed again a little bit. We had very hard residents. Syria, by the way, spoke with the president. Is making a lot of progress. Also hit ISIS in Syria. Happy about that. And very strong sanctions, which gives them a first administration. And they took out al-Baghdadi. He is working, the founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start it up again because due to the tremendous talent. So, many things are happening, many good things. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East. You know, we had a great first other places, but the second term is coming down in a way actually a lot different than it was. But we just 1 year ago, just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. It was gone, but no, the Biden and in Nigeria were annihilating terrorists who had very harsh in Syria. Syria, by the way, very hard. The president is making a lot of progress, tremendous progress, sexual assaults. Happy about that. We took off much of this unprecedented success is possible because our military and my first season, and now we're making it even stronger. I think he's going to put it all together over $1 trillion. So we see things are happening. Next year we're going to 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe and America, Middle East, taking in other places. We've never taken in not only the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. Everything is, know it. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Kashi or investing in our country. We're extremely happy with your investment. Thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments for this unprecedented success to increase because I rebuilt our military in my first term to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's that budget over $1 trillion. This year, for your right, I guess we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but the country's based economically. I don't know why we're taking it up to numbers that we've never taken this run over attention to the investment security of 18 trillion plus. I've stopped invasion, Russia, secured commitments for virtually all NATO allies to increase down their defense spending just last night to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's happening with Spain. And we're trying to figure out whether 2% but only for the United States. I don't think they were. Every country but television is to 5%. I don't know why we're taking out almost 100% of all of the drugs. America's renewed attention to security of the Western Hemisphere. I think very easily stopped the invasions on our southern border. We designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Unrivaled scale of power side of the U.S. military. Stops 100% of the world drug farming and by water. Now we're going to stop them on land. The land is easy. Outlaw dictator. The water is tough. Maduro, but the people of Venezuela are happy about it. I heard it just last night. And we're having great relationships with the 8.1% leaders of the Venezuela, the 2% relationships with those boats. We're opening up the country to watch giant oil companies. And taking out, almost 100% taking out the drugs coming. Think of the United States by water. billion barrels of oil. I think very easily said a lot of that's going to go back to Venezuela. Wanted to wait more until the other was taken care of with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Unrivaled skill, because as much oil as the U.S. military was the most powerful military in the world. After us, there's a couple of countries that have in that category. Nicholas, Maduro, and the people of Venezuela. Between Venezuela and us, we have 62% great relationships with the oil leaders of very little production. Venezuela relationships have been good. We had meetings opening up the country to oil companies want to go in. They want to go immediately. We're already joining the sites. Very well. We've already taken. The military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And they said no second wave. The first wave was enough. Income with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Horrible killings as much oil as they have, and they have the chips never have happened. After us, would have never happened if I were president. That are in that category, but we have the most to speak to. Their Vladimir second about Ukraine. Venezuela and us, we have 62% of the world. So that oil can't do that, Vladimir. They have very little production. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives, today we're announcing more details immediately. We're already peace. We're already joining the sites. This border, this military was amazing. This strike was amazing. Every second wave coming, we didn't need it. They said no second wave. We don't want a second wave. The first wave was enough. We had an idea to do it. And of course, we're working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I take it very seriously. Never have happened. A great group of people would have never happened if I were president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are, I used to speak to from within Vladimir Putin about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye. He would never have ever done it. And every country, just about every country wants to be a part of it. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives a couple of days ago. Today we're announcing more details that are here. The border peace, Davos. This board is the chance if you want to do most consequential body in the stage. Created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as a chairman. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and they came to say, you'll be the chairman. I take it very seriously. A great group of people. I like actually this group. Incredible. Every single one of them. People usually have about 2 or 3 that I can't get from within. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't like them up there. I like every one of these people in every country. Just about people that great leaders to be a part of it. And the border peace is composed of leaders sent out the letters of leaders in the world. These are just countries that are here. Last October we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase 1 of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very soon. That's what we have. No, I like actually this maintained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid to the usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't like them up there. I like every one of these. You don't hear that. They're great people. They're great leaders. And humanitarian aid. I want to thank leaders, the United States leaders, all of the countries conflict in Gaza. Pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. And secured the phase 1 of this plan, we have secured painstakingly maintained that Gaza hostages, and we're going to have thanks Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing that. We contained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds out. People were starving. The last one, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. Now we have year before we've delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but we got humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but we had also some of the countries that 28 right up here that were dead, as they've said. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living. Just as much money. In some cases, an emergency war. You don't hear those amazing extras anymore. People starving, but they're boy. They secured the release of all killed. We secured the release of all living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing the work so hard. There were 20 it couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of we got hundreds out. But the last one I said, well, that's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. It was a tough one. It's a rough job. It's a rough job. Every one of them. And I've been very clear that we had also about 28 that left that were dead. to see parents wanted them just as though they were living just as much. And then we get on cases there almost more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great job. That's where this young Israeli man started. And I think it may be that things as we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It's going to be done, and it's going to be the exception of one thing to watch. And we're close, and we'll try to do other things. We got to do all those other things once this board is, which is amazing. We can do it's a short job. That was a rough job. Do it in conjunction with the United Nations and Hamas. So said the United Nations must return that tremendous potential to seize hostage as well, and that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. And then we get on to other things. You have some great people with the United Nations ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and on the 8 wars related, I never spoke to the United Nations. That's where the border peace really started. And I should have spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. They tried, we're going to be very successful in Gaza, but they didn't try hard enough. With this tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the most peace with the kind of people we have here, we can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations, in conjunction with the United Nations, very unique for the world. I've always said the United Nations, United States, has tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East and a much safer future for the world with the United Nations before your very eyes. But so far, together we are on the 8 wars that I ended. I never have an incredible chance. I don't think it's going to happen. And you would think that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace, but they didn't try that region and for the whole region. Tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of calling the peace with the kind of people we have here. We're going to have peace in the world. With the United Nations can be something very legacy for very unique for the world. In this room, for the world. This is a star. United States. This is for the world. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East and a people, the most safer future for the world are unfolding right before your very eyes. And when you use together, we that you are in a position to have an incredible chance. I don't even call it inspired genius. When you use that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace to be with you. And I think for that region and for the whole region, we're doing that's very important. This is the most important because I'm calling the world the region. The world is being here, and we're going to have peace in the world. Yesterday was a tremendous success. A lot of good things happened, but legacy for all of us. Everybody wanted to be here, and is a star. I could think of no better place because so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the border peace into full force, the biggest people, the most important people in the world, most powerful people, and foreign minister. And when you use that genius that you join me in signing and ratifying the board of inspired genius charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. The youngest of the peace has no chance. So I just want to say, countries, tremendous to be with you. And I think this is something that everybody wants to be doing. It's very important. This is and we'll work with many others, including the United Nations, to being here and. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had things happen, but this was incredibly I really wanted to be here. Visit with many of the world's I could think of no better place because so many people were together. The best, the biggest. And now to bring the board of peace into full force and heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings and foreign minister of all the official formation Morocco is to join me in signing and ratifying the board of peace. I want to thank Charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. Special envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, countries and their extraordinary work. I mean, they've done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be a part of it. Peace in the Middle East. And nobody thought that was possible. Many others, including the United Nations. We've settled 8 wars. But I want to thank you all for being here. Yesterday we had a, you know what that is? Incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top to be business leaders, the best, the biggest, last, most successful. 29,000 of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings, Ukraine, Russia, of all the official. Think of that, 29,000 formation of what is known as the month before, of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank the Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We have meetings, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to secretaries. They've done an amazing job. And Chris Wright in the Middle East. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, they're all settled. Such an incredible job, Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. Gingrich, who is here. What that is. doing the fantastic, going to be an easy one. Fantastic work. Thank you, Calista. Probably the most difficult. And many of the members of my administration who are so committed to peace. People died, and they're also committed to great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace. They will 26,000 introduced by name. Just a moment. Caroline will be doing meetings, and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright, U.S. Trade Representative, Jameson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador Callista Gingrich, who is here, doing a really fantastic work. And each and every one of you, and many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Minister by name, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. Caroline will be doing. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the one-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. And each and every one of you, every swing state to 7. They were saying, can he win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not done. Everyone also won a great mandate back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. This week marks the one-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. And no administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time. So that if you announce good numbers, the markets go up. If you announce good numbers, the market goes down. Because everybody tries to kill it. Every swing state to 7. We're raising interest rates depending on the situation. Can he win all 7? Is it the entire world? It's not done. And we have secured commitments for over 18 as I said yesterday, the U.S. economy is coming into our country with no inflation by many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever, and we're in history, worst inflation in the history of our country. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth 75.7%, looks like. This is it, and I think that one year double and triple. Yesterday we doing the right things. And signed historic trade deals with nations. If you announce good numbers, the markets go up. Instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down. The world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. Depending on the situation. When America booms, the entire world booms. Some of those we have secured commitments for over $18 trillion. New investment coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, but many times. There's no country ever within history that's got anywhere near that number. Nations slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said, President Trump, this is in 10 and maybe 20 million lives. And signed historic trade deals with nations from all over the world. Are going to happen. Today's president, the world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just Cambodia and Thailand. By the way, many people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia wars were going on. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, in one case 32 years, in another case 35 years, in Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to stop the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, the 2 nuclear nations today with, and I was very honored with the general and a very good Prime Minister of Pakistan, President Trump, will save 10 and maybe 20 million lives by getting that river from getting stopped just before. It's a little tough situation going to happen. But as President, I had to settle those 8 wars just about 7 months, including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, you're winning elections to get a commission for Kosovo and Serbia. The Democratic Republic of the Congo situation, and Rwanda, the border, Pakistan and India, Israel, Iran, think of the now with Egypt and Ethiopia. We're working on that. Iranian, Azerbaijan, yesterday was, I mean, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here. Leader of Egypt, and of course the war in Gaza, working on a dam that was built, which really precludes the Nile coming to an end, getting water. We have a little tough situation. They were giant. Look at that giant mess. It's just about settled. Fires, and now they're in my first little fires. We have 59 countries. We had a commission for a little while. Peace in the Middle East. Except not in the Middle East. They're near the Middle East. It's a pretty tough situation. The dam was built, and many have said that doesn't come down to the Nile. When I think of Egypt, I think of the Nile. I think we're doing with water in it. Probably will, but they were born with rifles in their hands. Azerbaijan born. First thing, a lot of these leaders have become my friends, and they have friends are here, but they have to give up their weapons and Gaza, which is going to be the end of it. But coming to an end. Countries we have little fires won't do that. Really countries that you traditionally giant, massive fires, and now they're sent to little fires. We can put them out very easily. 59 countries do something about that. In the peace of the Middle East, many of them not in the Middle East. They're near the Middle East, but they're not in the Middle East. What it was before it was massive. Said that if a large, powerful country doesn't do what they promised they would do, and another great victory for the ultimate. They were born with rifles of peace in June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. They had a rifle put into operation. We call it Operation Midnight. It was midnight. It was dark. No one. Every single one of those bombs from the B-2 bombers and the air shafts and went deep into the earth. And they totally obliterated traditionally was being involved. 2 months away from having that campfire happen. Hezbollah, Lebanon, Iran does want something about that, but these are talk. I call them remnants. Also, remnants. ISIS in Syria, what it was before it was massive. As you know, my first administration fighting each other. I took out another great victory for the ultimate founder of ISIS, and he was trying peace in June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. General Raisin Kane. Operation, we call it Operation. He wiped out ISIS. It was midnight. It was dark, no moon, and we had a great single one of those bombs from the B-2 second term bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. But we totally obliterated everything that they had. It was gone. 2 months away from having a nuclear administration. Formed again a little bit. We had very hard incidents in Syria, by the way. I spoke with the president. He's making a lot of progress. Tremendous progress. ISIS in Syria. Happy about that. And very strong sanctions, which gives them the first administration. And they took out Al-Qaeda. He is working founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start. He's going to begin because due to the tremendous talent. So, General things are happening, many good things. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East. We had a great first other places, but the second term is calming down in a way actually a lot different than it was. But we just won ISIS, and just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. It was gone, but no, the Biden. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians. In Syria, by the way, very hard. The president is making thousands of Christians. What's that all happy about that? We took off much of this unprecedented success is possible because we built our military in my first time. He's working hard, making it even stronger. I think he's going to put it all budget of over $1 trillion. So, see, things are happening. Next year, we're going to 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe, America, the Middle East, taking in other places. We've never taken really calculated the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. Everything didn't know it. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians or investing in our country. You'll be extremely happy with your investment. Killed thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments for this unprecedented success is possible because their defense in my first term to 5% of GDP. Everybody but Spain. I don't know what's that budget of over $1 trillion. This year, free ride, I guess. Next year, we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but Spain is going to do better economically. I don't know why we're taking it on to numbers. We've never taken as real attention to the investment security of the 18 trillion plus. I've stopped the invasion. Our jobs, letters, designated as drug cartels is far better than I think you're going to see some. And a lot of people are investing in our country, thinking we're extremely happy with our investments. We'll see numbers like that. We'll see them. We'll stop them on land. I also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies. rise to increase down now our defense expenditures last night to 5%. 98.8%. I don't know what's happening with Spain. And we're trying to figure out who are the 2% that are willing to get into the US. I don't think they watch every country but television increased to 5%. I don't know, but we've taken out almost 100% of all of the drugs Americans redid attention to security of the Western Hemisphere. I think very easily stopped the invasion on our southern border. We designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Unrivaled skill, power, side of the U.S. military, the most powerful military in the world, drugs coming in by water. Now we're going to stop capturing the outdoor dictator Nicolas Maduro and the people of Venezuela. I said about it just last night, and we're having great relationships with the 8.1% leaders of the militaries of the 2% relationships and those folks. We're opening up the country to watch giant oil companies. And we're taking out almost 100%, taking out the drugs coming. Think of this, 15 by water, million barrels of oil. I think very easily stop a lot of that's going to go back to Venezuela. We wanted to wait more till the other was taken care of with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Unrivaled skill, because as much oil as the U.S. military, which is the most powerful military in the world by far. There's a couple of countries that are in that dictator Nicolas Maduro and the people of Venezuela. Very between Venezuela and us, we have 62% great relationships with the oil leaders of very little production. So Venezuela relationships have been good as we had meetings opening up the country to companies want to go in. They want to go in immediately. They're already touring the sites. Very well. We've already taken. But our military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And they said no second wave. We don't want to go do. The first wave was enough income with us, and of course we're working to end in years. Horrible killings in Ukraine as they have in the war that should never have happened. After us, would have never happened if I were president. Countries that are in that category, but we have the most to speak to. There's Vladimir Putin about Ukraine, Venezuela, and us. We have 62% of the world's oil. You can't do that, Vladimir. But they have very little production. As part of this historic record of major peace initiatives, today we're announcing more details regarding the Board of Peace. They're already touring the sites. This board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. Enormous honor to serve as second wave. We don't want a second wave. When they asked me, the first wave was enough. We had an idea to do it, and of course we're working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I take it very seriously. Never have happened. A great group of people. And would have never happened if I were president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are, I used to speak leading it from within, Vladimir Putin about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye. He would never have ever done it. And every country, just about every country, wants to be a part of it. As part of this historic record of major we just sent out the letters a couple of days ago. Today we're announcing more details regarding the Board of Peace in Davos. So this board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as a friend of mine. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and then they came and said, you'll be the chairman. A couple, let's say, a couple I like. I take it very seriously. A couple I don't like. A great group of people. No, I like, actually, this group, I like every single one of them. Can you believe it? Usually I have about 2 or 3 that I can't stand. From within. Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't like them up here. I like every one of these people. And every country, just the great people, the great leaders wants to be a part of it. And the Board of Peace is composed of leaders. We just sent out the letters a couple of days ago. And these are just the countries that are here. Last October we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. And I'm pleased to be adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase 1 of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very soon. That's what we have. No, I like, actually, this group, maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid, usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't like them up here. I like every one of these. You don't hear that anymore. They're great people, they're great levels of and humanitarian aid. I want to thank leaders of the United States, but I want to thank some of the countries that last October we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza, and I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. and secured the release one of this plan. We have secured the release of all maintained that Gaza hostages, and we're going to have thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing maintain the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds of people were starving, but the last 20, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. Now we have said that a year before. We've delivered record levels. That's a tough one, but humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but we had also some of the countries that 28 up here that were dead because they've sent. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living. Aid also in the form of money, where we some cases it almost more. You don't hear those amazing stories anymore with people starving. But their boys secured the release of all 20. We secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for working so hard. They worked so hard, but there were 20. It couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of one. We got hundreds out, and but the last 20 I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. And it was a tough one. It's a rough job. That was a rough job. All 20, every one of them. And I've been very clear that Hamas. We had also about 28 returned that last remaining that were dead to cease. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living just as much. And then we get some cases that almost see more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great plan. That's where the border peace really started. And I think we can spread out to other things killed. And as we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done, and it's going to be, with the exception of one, a great thing to watch. And we're close to the track of things. We can do numerous other things. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much a rough job. That was a rough job. We'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. That Hamas. I've always said the United Nations must return that tremendous potential to cease hostage as well, and that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. And then we get on to other things. And you have some great people at the United Nations. Ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and on the 8 wars that I ended, I never spoke to the United Nations, and that's where the border peace really started. And I should have spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. And they tried. We're going to be very successful in Gaza, but they didn't try hard enough. But there's tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the border peace with once this border the kind of people we have here, we can do pretty much coupled with the United Nations, can be in conjunction with the United Nations. Very unique for the world. I've always said the United Nations, United States, got tremendous potential. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East Nations, much safer future for the world with the United Nations before your very eyes. But so far, together we are in a position that I never have an incredible chance. I don't even call it a chance. I think it's going to happen. And you would think that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace. But they didn't try for that region and for the whole region. Tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of calling the peace with the kind of people we have here. We're going to have peace in the world with the United Nations. Would that be a great thing? Legacy for all of us. Everybody in this room. For the world. This is a star. United States. This is for the world. As everyone can see today, the first steps toward a brighter day for the Middle East and a much safer future for the world are unfolding right before your very eyes. And when you use together, we are in a position to have an incredible chance. I don't even call it inspired genius. When you use that to end decades of suffering, stop generations of hatred and bloodshed, and forge a beautiful, everlasting, and glorious peace to be with you. And I think for that region and for the whole region, we're doing that's very important. This is the most important because I'm calling the world the region. The world is being here, and we're going to have peace in the world. It was a tremendous success. A lot of good things happened, but legacy for all of us. Everybody in this room to be here and is a star. I could think of no better place because so many people were together. There's a reason that you're here. And now to bring the border peace into full force, I ask the biggest people, the most important people in the world, most powerful people and Foreign Minister. And when you use that genius that you join me in signing and ratifying the board of inspired genius charter. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. The opposite of peace has no chance. So I just want to say, countries, tremendous to be with you. And I think this is something that everybody wants to be a part of. It's very important. This is and we'll work with many others, including the United Nations, to being here and But I want to thank you all for being here yesterday. We had happened, but this was something I really wanted to be here. Visit with many of the I could think of no better place because so many people were together. The best, the biggest. And now to bring the board of peace into full force, heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings, foreign minister of all the official formation of what is known as the board and ratifying peace board of peace. I want to thank Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, many countries and their extraordinary work. They've done an amazing job. Everybody wants to be a part of peace in the Middle East. And nobody thought that was possible. Many others, including the United Nations. We've settled 8 wars. But I want to thank you all for being here yesterday. We had a, you know what that is, incredibly successful visit with many of the world's top to be business leaders, the best, the biggest, last most successful. 29,000 heads of state, and now we have one of the most important meetings, Ukraine, Russia, of all the official. Think of that, 29,000 formation of what 27,000 in the month before, of 26,000 in the month before that. I want to thank the Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We have meetings and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott, done an amazing job, and Chris Wright in the Middle East. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, they're all settled 8 wars, Ambassador, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. Gingrich, who is here. You know what that is? The one that I thought was going to be an easy one. Fantastic. Thank you, probably the most difficult. And many other members of my administration who are so 29,000 people died, and they're also committed to great success. Ukraine, Russia. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace. They will 26,000 introduced by name. Just a moment. Caroline will be doing meetings, and we think we're making a lot of progress. Thanks as well to Secretary Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Chris Wright, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer. They're all doing such an incredible job. Ambassador Callista Gingrich, who is here, doing a fantastic, really fantastic work. And each and every one of you, and many other members of my administration who are so committed to peace, and they're also committed to great success. Very importantly, let me recognize the very first group of distinguished members of the Board of Peace, along with former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. Caroline will be doing it. And members of the Board of Peace Executive Board, great group. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. No administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. We have a tremendous mandate. We won the popular vote by millions. And each and every one of you, every swing state to 7, they were saying, can he win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not done. And we won all 7. We have a great mandate back at home. Amazing. As I said yesterday, the U.S. economy is booming with United Kingdom, Tony Blair. Thank you, Tony, for being here. We appreciate it. 1.2% for the last 3 months. And members of the Board of Peace, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my second inauguration as president. And no administration in history has achieved such a sweeping turnaround in 12 months' time at home and abroad. If you announce good tremendous markets go up instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. Every swing state or raising interest rates depending on the situation. Can he win all 7? Is it possible? Because it's not done. And we have secured commitments for back at home. As I said yesterday, the U.S. economy is booming coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever, and we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. Slashed our trade deficit by economic growth 75.4%, looks like. This is it. And I think that number can double and triple. Yesterday was 1 year things. And scientists have trade deals with nations. If you announce good numbers, the markets go up. Instead of if you announce good numbers, the market goes down because everybody tries to kill it. And much more peaceful than it was just 1 year ago. Depending on the situation. When America booms, the entire world booms. Some of those wars were going on. Secured commitments for, some of them were going on for, in one case, 32 years, and in case, new in 5 years, coming into our country, which is a record by many times over, not just by a little bit, by many times. There's no country ever with India and Pakistan when two nuclear nations slashed our trade deficit by 70. Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump is in save 10 and maybe 20 million lives. They signed historic trade deals with nations from all over the things were going to happen. Today, the world is richer, safer, and much more peaceful than it was just Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, many people didn't know, including me, that Kosovo and Serbia were going on. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, in one case 32 years, in another case 35 years, in Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran. We were very happy to start Egypt, the war that had started. We're working on that right now with India and Pakistan, two nuclear nations today. And I was very honored with the general and a very good Prime Minister of Pakistan, Egypt, President Trump, saved 10 and maybe 20 million lives. By getting the Nile River from getting stopped just before it's a little tough things were going to happen. But as President, they ended those 8 wars just about 9 months. Including Cambodia and Thailand. And by the way, we did elections to head of commission for Kosovo and Serbia. The Democratic Republic of the Congo situation. And Rwanda and the water. Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia. We're working on that right now. And Azerbaijan. Yesterday, I mean, a lot of these leaders have become my friends. They become my friends. They're here. Leader of Egypt, and of course, the war in Gaza, working on a dam that was really precludes the Nile River from there's a little situation happened. They were up to giant.
You should see my shoulder line.
It's just about settled fires, and now they're in their first little fires. We can look at it. 59 elections.
I have a photo of the Middle East, and then you know this.
Tough situations. A dam was built, and many have come to the Nile. When I think doesn't do what they promised they would do, I think water in it. Probably will, but they were born with rifles. Armenians, Azerbaijan, there's a lot of these leaders that become my friends, and they become my friends are here, but they have to give up their weapons in Gaza, which is going to be the end of them. But many countries have little fires and do that, and little countries that use tradition, giant, massive fires, and then the fires. There's about 59 countries that do something about that. And peace in the Middle East. Many of them not in the Middle East, they're near the Middle East, but they're not in the Middle East. What it was before it was massive. Many have said that if Hamas, large, powerful countries, doesn't do what they promised they would do, and another great victory for the ultimate. They were born with rifles and peace. In June, we obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. First they had a rifle put into their hands. We call it Operation Big Night Hammer. It was dark, no moon, every single one of those bombs from the B-2 bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. And they really totally obliterated everything that they were doing. Being involved in that. 2 months away from having a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Iran does want to do something about that, but these will talk. I call them remnants. Also small remnants ISIS in Syria, what it was before it was very strongly, as you know. Large, powerful countries fighting each other. I took out in another great victory for the ultimate founder of ISIS, and he was trying to peace in June. We obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity. General Raisin King. Operation, we call it Operation. He wiped out ISIS. It was midnight. It was dark, no moon, and we had every single one of those bombs from the B-2. The second term is bombers hit the air shafts and went deep into the earth. But we totally obliterated everything that they were doing. It was gone. 2 months away from having a nuclear administration reformed again a little bit. We hit it very hard. Iran does want to talk. By the way, spoke with the president. Is making a lot tremendous progress. ISIS in Syria, happy about that. And we took off all sanctions, which gives them a chance to breathe. And I took out al-Baghdadi. He was working the founder of ISIS, and he was trying to start it up again because of the tremendous talent. So, many things are happening. Some good things. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East. We had a great first two places. The second really coming down the way. It's a lot different than it was. But we just 1 year ago. Just 1 year ago, the world was actually on fire. It was gone, but no, the Biden. And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians. In Syria, by the way, very hard. The president is making a lot of thousands of Christians. What's that all happy about that? He took off much of this unprecedented unprecedented success is possible because we built our military in my first term. And now we're making it even stronger. I think he's going to put it all together of over $1 trillion. So many things are happening. Next year we're going to 1.5 trillion. Threats to Europe and America, the Middle East, taking in other places we've never taken in. Not only the fact that the investment is at 18 trillion plus. Just 1 year ago, our jobs are on fire. Everything is in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians, investing in our country. I think you're extremely happy with your investments. Thousands and thousands of Christians. What's that all about? I also secured commitments from this unprecedented success is possible because I rebuilt our defense spending to 5% of GDP. Even Spain, I don't know what's that budget of over $1 trillion. This year, free ride, I guess. Next year, we're going to 1.5 trillion. Every country but Spain has never done better economically. I don't know why. We're taking in numbers that we've never taken in. Not only attention to the investment security of the Western Hemisphere. I've stopped the invasion on our southern border and designated the drug cartels as, I think, foreign terrorist organizations. I think you're going to see some. And a lot of you are investing in our country. Stop it. We're extremely happy with our representatives. I also secured commitments from virtually all NATO allies to increase their defense expenditures last night to 5% of GDP. Everybody in Spain, 1%. We're trying to figure out another 2% that are only for the I don't think they were. Every country per television increased to 5%. I don't know what we've taken out almost 100% of all of the drugs coming through the attention to security of the Western Hemisphere. I think very easily stopped the invasion on our southern border. We designated the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Unrivaled skill and power side of the U.S. military. It's the most powerful military in the world. Drugs coming in by water. Now we're going to stop capturing the outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro. But the people of Venezuela are very happy about it. Just last night, and we're having great relationships with the 8.1% leaders of the military. Figure out who the 2% relationships are good. We're opening up the country to watch giant oil companies. And taking out almost 100%, taking out the drugs coming into the United States by water. Billion barrels of oil. I think very easily stop a lot of that's going to go back to Venezuela. No way to war until the other was taken care of with us in a short period of time than they did in years. Unrivaled skill, because as much oil as the U.S. military, which is the most powerful military in the world. After us, there's a couple of countries that are in that dictator Nicolas Maduro, and the people of Venezuela are very happy about Venezuela and us. We're having great relationships with the oil leaders of the production. Venezuela relationships with oil companies. We had meetings keeping up the country. Oil companies want to go in. Giant oil companies. We're already enjoying the sites. We've already taken. Our military was amazing. That strike was amazing. We had a second wave coming. We didn't need it. And they said no second wave. We don't want a second wave. The first wave was income with us, and of course we're working to it in years. Horrible killings as much oil as they have, and they have the ships never happened after us. Would have never happened if our countries that are in that category. But we have the most suspicion to their Vladimir second about Ukraine as well. The apple of 62% of the world's oil. You can't do that, Vladimir. They have very little production as part of this historic record of major peace initiatives. Today we're announcing more details regarding the board of peace. They're already joining the sites. This board has the chance to be amazing. That strike was amazing. Ever we had a second wave coming. We didn't need an enormous honor. They said no second wave. We don't want a second wave. When they asked me, the first wave was enough. We had an idea to do it, and of course we're working to end the horrible killing in Ukraine. But I take it very seriously. Never happened. A great group of people would have never happened if I were president. That was not going to happen. Young people that are, I used to speak leading from within. Vladimir Putin of Ukraine. It was the apple of the starting with never done. And every country, just about every country wants to be a part of it. As part of this historic record of major we just sent out the letters a couple of days ago. Today we're announcing more details regarding the board of peace of Davos. So this board is the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. And it's my enormous honor to serve as its chairman. I was very honored when they asked me to do it. We had an idea to do it, and then they came and said, you'll be the chairman. A couple of Let's see, a couple
but
I like.
I take it very seriously. We have
Couple I don't like.
a great group of people.
No, I like actually in this group. I like
Incredible
every single one of them. Can you
young
believe
people
it? Usually I
that
have
are
about 2 or 3 that I
leading
can't
it from
stand.
within.
Usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them up there. I like every one of these people.
In every country,
They're
just
the great
about
people.
every
They're great
country wants
leaders.
to be a part of it.
And the Board of Peace is composed of leaders.
Sent out the letters
Top
a couple of
leaders
days
in the world.
just the countries that are
Last
here.
October, we released a plan for the permanent end to the conflict in Gaza. I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase 1 of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very soon. What we have, no, I like actually in this group. I like every Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid to the usually I have 2 or 3 that I don't like. I don't find them up here. I like every one of these people. You don't hear that. They're great people. They're great leaders. And humanitarian aid. I want to thank leaders of the United States, but I want to thank some of the countries that are saying over. We released a plan for a permanent end, great aid to the conflict in Gaza. And I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. And secured the phase 1 of this plan. We have secured painstakingly maintained that Gaza hostages, and we're going to have thanks to Chad and everybody for doing that. We're contained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian living hostages. Now we got hundreds of people who starved. The last 20, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. We have said the year before, we delivered record levels. It was a tough one, but we got humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but we had also some of the countries that are sitting right up here that were dead, as they've said. But the parents wanted them just as though they were living. Aid also in the form of money, where we, in some cases, in emergency war. You don't hear those amazing stories anymore with people starving, but they're born. And secured the release of all 20. We secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for doing working so hard. They worked so hard, but there were 20. It couldn't be done. Remaining living hostages, with the exception of we got hundreds out. And but the last one, I said, well, that's going to be a tough one. I said that a year before, which is amazing. It was a tough one. It's a rough job. It was a rough job. All 20, every one of them. And it's been very clear that we had also about 28 that last that were dead. To cease hostages with them just as much. And then we can some cases see more. We're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great job. That's where the Board of Peace really then started. And I think maybe that things go. And as we succeed with Gaza, we're going to be very successful. It couldn't be done. And it's going to be the exception of one great thing to watch. And we're close to the track of the things we can do. Numerous other things. Once this board is just amazing, we can do pretty much a rough job. That was a rough job. We'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. I've always said the United Nations must return that tremendous potential to cease hostages as well. And that will be this tremendous potential in the United Nations. Get on to other things. You have some great people working at it. Ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and on the 8 wars of it. I never spoke to the United Nations. That's where the Board of Peace really started. And I should ask for that to think things as we succeed with Gaza. And they tried. They're going to be very successful in Gaza. But they didn't. It's going to be a great thing to watch. And we can do other things. We can do numerous other things. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do. And we'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. You know, I've always said the United Nations has got tremendous potential, has not used it. But there's tremendous potential in the United Nations. And you have some great people with the United Nations. But so far it hasn't, you know what? On the 8 wars that I ended, I never spoke to the United Nations about any of them. And you would think that I should have. You would think they could have done those 8 wars. But they couldn't have, and they tried, I guess. And some of them